to the Woodness Guild.
It's been 84 years.
It's been a little while since we've been on this campaign. We had one shot last week, brought to you by Mr. Mike over here.
Actually, it was brought to you by Leon and Zoe. They did literally all the whole work for the setup.
Yeah.
Wow, don't even give us credit.
Yes, you three. Well, he DM'd it, is what I was going for. But yes, you guys
That's
did
the
the work
part.
for Mike. Yeah,
Close.
I would agree.
Am I?
I'm getting real close.
Oh.
However, well, first, I guess, do we have anything we want to shout out? We always shout out nimt.art on Instagram. If you like our artwork, nimt.art on Instagram.
We did a shop drop. Our shit's legit. Go check it out.
Yes,
Buy
False
some
Life Dice.
things.
They shop drop. They've sold many of their dice already.
Still have many more though.
Still have many more. Go check them out. Really dope guys.
Quality is top notch.
And then the Dungeon Forge, we always shout them out. They make some minis for us, and I think we are doing a little trade or something with them later.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll be on the lookout for that as well.
Ooh, next week are we doing something?
I don't think that's next week.
What's happening next
we
week?
won't be here next week.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, let me
See, there's always-
discount double check.
This is
Next week we're having another break.
Sponsor.
You can't do 2 breaks in the
Why?
same month. You're not
They're
allowed.
doing it. They're literally doing
They
it.
have raisins.
I have raisins.
They have better
I
reasons.
have
Raisins.
lots of raisins.
Yeah, so next Tuesday we'll figure out what we're doing. We'll put it on Instagram.
My mom bought a pack of raisins back in 1992, and I still have them.
We don't need to talk about
Who
that
doesn't? Right?
right now.
I'll do it.
But yes, we'll talk about what we're doing next week. As for this week, episode 9, we left off last time where you all. Just gonna go through your names real quick so I don't forget while I'm talking.
The Bultash.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Voltaire,
I moved it.
Nazareth, Willow and Emberly,
Flip it
in
out.
reverse order, and
Wow.
down it.
I don't think you're helping yourself.
The 4 of you guys last time went to save Budownik from a dark cave within a demon canyon that was more than likely recently created. You followed a green dragon, Draco Lich, into that canyon and into that room. You're not quite sure where they went, but you guys ended up saving Budownik. You found a couple items in there. Kind of all of you had a reality check at one point or another of some serious nature. The Divine Twins found their father's wrist shackles, or wrist
Bracers?
bracers.
Wrist
Shackles, bracers, way different, but you know, they both go on the wrist. Found your father's I almost said it again. Bracers.
Oh my god!
It's gonna be a long game.
It's gonna be a long one, guys. It's gonna be a long one. But you found your father's bracers. You guys then fled and made your way to Bultash. When you arrived to Bultash, you didn't see anybody on the trail to Bultash. When you got there was a heavy military presence, but it still looked like some of the town was out and about. The most of them seemed to be stowed away in their homes. You guys did a little bit of shopping here and there. You went to a tavern,
Del Riches.
Del Riches, and that's where you met Tracy, who served you guys some beers and gave you guys your rooms. After some long discussion on some emotional topics, mostly between Voltaire and Budownik, you all went to bed. We're going to start the next morning as you guys wake up in Del Riches. You will notice this day, as we move into winter, it's a little chillier than the previous day. Almost feels like winter is beginning to set in.
Judge is coming.
As you guys wake up, what are you all doing?
Before
Before
anyone wakes up
anyone
and-
does anything.
Oh, right. We skipped the intro, dude.
I mean, that's on you. Literally you
No,
two.
it's
No,
literally
the
It's
intro.
on you.
You
The
skipped
intro.
the intro.
Oh, I mean, we can do an intro real quick.
No, I'm good.
No,
I'm like,
it's
I'm
fine.
down.
I'm
So let's.
saying.
Clink.
Leon, are you in on
No,
this?
no. We should definitely do our intro.
Oh, okay.
While you
We're
guys
gonna clinkety
make that.
clink.
Clink clack.
Come
Yes.
back.
But yeah, that's where we left off, and we will pick up there in a moment.
Totally forgot.
Wait, okay.
Welcome to the guild. The world of Ethway and its 16 regions are a battlefield of chaos. Those that can bring stabilization to this world are known as heroes. The ones fighting for this title today are Bultash, a true adventurer with a love for combat, looking to help where he can. Nazlith, a shy elf with an affinity for fortune and magic. Budanik, the master artificer. He has two passions, tinkering and being the best. And finally, Willow and Emberly, the divine twins. These Genasi sisters have mastered the art of elemental fighting and protect their kingdom at all costs. Together, this is a powerful group. Will they fight the chaos of Ethway and prevail, or fall one by one? Find out this week on The Woodness Guild.
And welcome back. So where we left off with you guys is you are waking up in the morning. You're in Bultash. What are y'all doing?
Before we reconvene, I would head over to Voltaire's room and knock really loudly, really quickly.
I'm already awake, so the second she knocks. Yes, hello, what do you want?
I walk in and I close the door and I say, Voltaire, I need to talk to you about something.
What?
I would like to give you something, but I don't want anyone else to know that you have it.
Okay, well, if we can be really, really, maybe stage quiet, you can tell me and I won't tell anybody.
I reach into my bag and I pull out my second scroll of soul collecting. I picked up 2 of these from Curly Q's, and I managed to learn it as a spell.
Okay. What do I do with this?
I want you to hold on to this scroll. You are a magic user, correct?
That is correct, yes, I can do the magic.
Okay. I have come close to some I've encountered some sticky situations recently.
Is that like a pun on the Spider Canyon with all the webbing that was sticky?
Sure.
I like it. You've never done the pun before. I'm very proud of you.
Anyways, I want you to have it in case something happens to me.
That's it. She's working it.
And what will these do if something does happen to you?
This scroll, and I pull it out and I show you. You can only use it once, but you can use it to put my soul into another body. If something happens to me,
Okay.
I'd like you to attend to that.
That sounds good to me.
Okay. You don't have to worry about this if I'm still around.
So this just brings you back to life and there's no weirdness about that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this, you die, but then I say, no, she doesn't die, and then I bring her back. Okay, yes.
And you remember that item I carry, yes?
Yes,
Okay.
it was...
That's where you will find it.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
Can I trust you?
You can always trust in the Bultash.
Okay. Are you sure you can handle this?
Do you think I am some sort of child?
I just want you to take it seriously.
Protecting you is my entire life. Of course I will take it seriously.
Okay. And I just hand it to him.
Okay. And as they're doing this, Divine Twins, what are you guys up to?
Are you awake?
Yeah.
I think we should check out these bracers to make sure that they are fathers. So I'm pretty much just gonna study my bracers together, mirroring the one that we had already and the one.
Yeah. So when
Just
you guys
examining.
put them on, it was almost instantly recognizable that these are your father's bracers. They gave you a power as well.
That's
Right, yeah. They gave
And,
strength.
and you know that they work together with the other bracer that you have on as well. So there's really no question about that as you sit there and kind of check them out in the morning.
Okay, and we were for sure. Wow, I whistled.
For sure.
That the dead being was not father.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
you were sure that was not
You can
your
still
father.
inspect him if you want to. He's still around.
Did you take him?
Oh fuck! You
Wait,
took
what?
him.
You took him? Oh my gosh.
Oh
I
shit!
didn't realize you
smell
took
now.
him.
I
I
took
erased all
my
the dead bodies in that
As
room.
you
I
guys
told
turn
I totally
around
forgot.
and
Yeah,
see
we're-
Nazlith in the doorway.
I swapped
By the
spells
way.
since we last stopped.
Yeah.
Hold on.
That was just a side note.
Let's go talk
Wait,
to
wait.
Nazlith.
Did I pick that spell? Hold on.
We went night night, so you should.
Yeah, you went night, so you should be able to
Yeah.
redo your spells for
Night-night.
that.
I'm gonna drag Emberly and
Wink,
go
wink, wink.
to Nazlith's room.
Yeah, perfect.
We're
And
knocking
Budownik, what are you doing as they're having their...
Curled in the ball, crying like a bitch.
I am just finishing up. I have these small metallic toothpicks that I have placed a certain object, like a certain material component on each of them. And I'm currently folding them up into a nice little terry cloth that I will put into a nifty pouch on my armor. And then I will finish buckling 4 back into place and release 3 back onto the ground.
Which is on
I'll
rotation.
just literally probably just hang out with them for a little while.
Okay. Back to you 4.
4?
You 4 isn't.
Knocking aggressively on
Wait,
them.
hold on. I don't remember which one it was called.
I would say that, yeah, you would hear them
Oh,
like
okay.
next door, though. You're not knocking. So
Quick,
if you
let
wanted
us
to
run
poke
away before they do the bothering of us.
Why?
I have things
Nazlith?
that I like to do.
Like what?
I need to go shopping.
Hello, Nazlith?
Do you want to go shopping with
I
me?
kind of slowly peek my head out. Yes.
Hi. Hope I'm not interrupting.
No, you're not interrupting a thing.
Awesome. You have a dead man. With the chain, not chain. He was wearing. What was he wearing? He was wearing
Are you talking
Armor.
about her friends? She has a lot of friends.
armor. Thank you. He was wearing metal armor.
Yes, I named that one Siegfried.
Siegfried.
Yes, he's out.
Love
He's
it.
outside in the cart. I think I left him in the cart.
Got it. Are you able to communicate with him from here?
What would you like?
Well, ultimately, I mean, he had belongings of our fathers that I think that we would like to.
Oh, you want him to come up here?
Oh, I mean, if it'd be weird if you're like, I'm right into this lovely bar.
Wait, do we remember how long they've been dead for?
Well, it was up to night, so
that one
that was 8
specifically you found him about 12 hours ago now. He has been dead. You would have to roll a medicine check to know that,
Okay, hold on.
or to get a grasp of it.
I mean, I could call him up here, or you could go to him. It's kind of your choice. It might be, like you said, a little weird.
Right,
We'll
right.
see.
Well, would you mind if
Go ahead,
we
I
go talk
don't
to
care.
him?
Yeah.
Well, okay, will he talk to us?
No.
He won't talk to us.
He doesn't even talk to me if it makes you feel bad. For her.
Oh, okay. So
it's
there's
not like that.
Okay, got it. Okay, but he won't I'm not. If
No.
we get close.
No, only if I told him to. How far away am I from him? And that if he's out in the cart and I'm
If he's out in the cart and you're in a room, you're probably 40 feet from him.
okay, I'm just gonna tell him. Siegfried, you're gonna have visitors. 2 ladies, 1 blue, 1 red. You be nice to them.
Thank you.
Let them touch you as much as they want.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
I'm gonna medicine the hell out of him.
Okay, and I'm just gonna close the door on you guys. Sorry, Bultash.
Okay, I'm gonna. The spell only works if the target has been dead within the last 10 days.
So we can go
Oh,
check
yeah,
him out,
when
and
do-
I can let you know.
No,
Okay. Honestly, that one I don't think would work.
speak with dead.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
Fuck Come in with the
Guess
fucking
it's gonna take a
punch.
medicine
I'll hand
check.
it off. Just
Yeah, I'll go medicine check it.
Not that I'm here.
What do you got?
I leave.
You leave by. We're gonna head to the.
Yeah, Divine Twins go downstairs. You open up the carts to find Nazlith's undead in there.
How does it smell?
It's pretty rank. Before you even get up to the car, it's like you walk outside and when you expect that fresh air to hit you,
Smells like
it
low tide.
doesn't. It
garbage.
smells like low tide dead fish, mixed with some burning hair. You know, like a real nice, fabulous smell of death.
So I'm gonna look it over and make sure it has a mouth.
Yep.
And then I'm going to hopefully see if it's been dead within the last.
It
10
does.
days.
Roll.
Can I do that? I want to check since I'm a doctor.
You guys can
Okay,
both. I'll give you 2 or 1 with
I'm
advantage.
inspiring her.
Okay.
1, 13, 18, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20,
Oh.
21.
Oh, nice.
With a 21, you would know that it has been dead for about 4 days.
Ooh, what do you got left?
Okay. He looks as if he's ripened 4 days.
Okay.
Ripen.
Gross.
He
Makes
does
good
have a
banana
mouth.
bread.
You would
Okay.
see the maggots on him that are growing, and you know that those maggots are some kind of meat fly, and that those maggots can't be more than 4 or 5 days old.
These larvae are not big enough for, to be fully matured. So we should be good. I'm gonna open up some windows while she's continuing.
Okay. So
Just
before
gonna
I
air
cast
out.
this,
Everyone on the street now knows
Dead
that
car.
there's dead bodies in that
Jeez.
car.
For the
before I
blank
cast
part.
this, I only
We have
have
to get,
5
like, clothes and a
questions.
bell.
I can ask you
Right.
5
Bring out
questions.
Bring out
What
your
would the 5 questions be?
Let's ask if he knew,
The man that previously.
if he knows who Caspian the Fire Genasi is.
Okay.
There, just so you know too, there's 3 other ones from there too. So if you want to try talking to them too.
Oh, right. Okay. All right. We should ask where he was captured last. Perhaps ask where.
Where he got the
where he got
bracers.
yeah, right, the main thing.
Okay, and then.
That's how many is that?
3.
3. 2 more questions.
Well, I guess I can base the last 2 questions.
Yeah,
on if
based on what he
knows.
says. Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna
Dick.
cast
I can
it.
see it. I'm probably sure. He's wearing armor
Right
just on
on.
the top.
Okay, I'm gonna cast it. See if it works.
Okay. What do I have to do?
Nothing, I don't think.
Okay. So you cast your spell. It has to be within a 12-day period. You guys are pretty confident this is
10
within.
day.
Okay, 10-day period. You're pretty confident that this is within a 10 days. What are you asking? Or what are you doing for one to get this spell to work?
I'm going to put on my hands and just whisper into it, and flame's gonna go and then point at him.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, definitely. And as you whisper into your hands and build this flame up with your whispering word, you watch as this flame goes from your hand and into this creature, giving it a moment of consciousness with
Sentient.
you.
AI.
What are you asking it?
Do you know who Caspian, the Fire Genasi, is?
In a kind of muffled voice, the creature speaks out to you. Yes. Caspian of Groundspire.
What? You said Rumspringer?
Ground.
Couldn't help myself, sorry.
Ground?
Groundspire.
Ground, okay.
Your dad's.
Started Rumspringer.
I'm sure everyone here has probably seen Sex Drive.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Your dad's just fucking Amish.
That was
Where did you get the bracers that were on your arms?
Caspian gave them to me himself.
Cool.
Can you insight check these things?
Yeah, can I check that out? Does he seem like he genuinely knows, or is he lying?
You can roll an insight check if you would like.
I just was legitimately
Yeah, I mean,
curious
like,
if you
yeah.
can, yeah.
Even.
22.
Also,
Very
yeah, he
hard.
doesn't have to be truthful.
Very hard to tell if he's being truthful or not, but because you rolled such a good insight, and your medicine check was pretty good, you get the sense that this was a tortured and beaten man.
Okay.
You guys found him, and an enemy had him. He doesn't have a reason to be lying to you.
Okay.
And he kind of has a reason to
Just
give up information, put it that way.
got it. Okay. I whisper to Emberly, he seems truthful.
Good. Do you know if Caspian is still alive?
I don't know. They attacked Ground Spire 4 days ago. Maybe 5 now.
Where is Ground Spire? Oh, do we know?
No.
Do we have a map?
No, yeah, we have a map. Go ahead. Nope.
Is it on the
Be like,
map?
It is.
It's not on that map,
It's
no.
not on this map?
But we have discussed Ground Spire.
We all need our
Yeah.
own handheld
oh, there it is.
printouts.
Just kidding.
Okay, well I already asked it.
Too
Where
late.
is Ground Spire?
Between here and Everana, they sent me for help. And I had failed.
How many? That was 5, right?
4 days, right?
It was 4? No. How many questions did you ask?
Oh, that's 4.
4?
How many questions would I ask you?
How many questions have I asked you, sir? No. I whisper, stage whisper.
I'm telling her telepathically.
Yeah, we're talking
what he's
telepathically,
saying to me
'cause we're
if she
sisters.
can't hear.
Yeah, all of that.
What should I say?
Should we ask him?
One more question.
Should we ask him? Because they say when they went, he went for help, didn't help. So we think they're down. Should we
And that was
ask?
only 4 days ago, and
4
it
days
sounded
ago.
like our dad was alive 4 days ago in
days ago,
Ground
yeah.
Spire.
Yeah.
If what he's saying is truthful.
Should we ask if Caspian has any offspring that he knows of?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, last question. Does Caspian know of any offspring of his own?
Does Caspian have any children?
Yeah.
Yep, that's a simplified question. Yeah, simplified that one.
Has he genetically reproduced?
Yeah.
No, it's in the last.
Has he emptied?
Dumped his seed. Blew his load.
2 daughters and 2 sons, to my knowledge.
What?
The Divine Twins and the Supine Twins.
I say thank you, and then the spell is done.
Okay, and while you guys are doing that, you wanted to do something, Voltaire?
Yeah, Voltaire would like to go to
I'm
the
still in the room with you.
nearest armor or weapon shop.
Okay, so you're exiting and going shopping.
By Felicia.
Okay, yeah, easy.
Did you want me to go with you?
That is, you are your own person, and I will allow you to make that decision for yourself.
Oh, how polite of you to allow her to make her own decision.
Pop off.
He's not in the room with you.
What town are we in?
We're in Bultash.
Bultash.
Somehow I get the feeling that
Which is where we came from.
Budanik
so
is
we just
woke
had
right
to-
now.
No, that's where we're supposed
I mean, awake right now. Sorry.
No, it's the town with
So
the.
sorry.
Voltaire,
Yes.
I will go with you if you help me find a bookstore, a library, scroll shop, something.
Perhaps they will have my yodeling book in stock. Yes, this is a plan we must do. Okay, off we go.
So you guys
And,
walk outside.
I'm going to take off, or I'm not going to put on my normal armor. I'm going to put on my sparkly
Hot pants.
hot pants.
Sweet. Voltaire is wearing his very dope, hot, sexy curly Q's pants.
Yes.
And as you guys walk out, you'll notice that the Divine Twins are in the trailer right now with the horses.
Let's go.
As you
Come
guys
on
kind
now.
of scurry on by them. The day is fairly overcast. You can't see the sun.
My pants are sparkling.
Not as well as they would if it was bright outside.
I use
but,
prestidigitation to make his pants sparkle.
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
Prejudice.
Yeah.
I was confused at first.
I broke it down. Prestidigitation.
Pride and
like
Prejudice and
You have
Zombies.
glittery
That's
pants.
better
That's a good
than I
movie.
did.
And
It's a good movie, I like it.
if you do a little butt pop, I'll make it go boink.
Uh,
I will walk down the street like this, pop my butt.
And as you guys kind of walk down the street, you didn't get a real great glimpse of the town as you guys came in. It was a little later in the day, and you guys had some priorities. As you guys begin walking, from where the tavern is going towards the little shopping outlets that are there, as you approach it, there's a giant statue in the middle of this town. It's an older looking hobgoblin, and this statue looks just like all gold. It's a rather beautiful statue. Most of the shopping is done around this statue in the center of town. It's very easy for you to find a metal working shop. You walk in, it's a little hobgoblin shop. There's only a couple people working in the back. It seems like a pretty, mom and pop place.
Papa?
Yeah, its name is even Papa's.
I like it.
Hello, are you Papa?
Yeah, we got a lot of Papas here. What do you?
What's your name?
Yeah, it's
Fan.
is that important right now?
Well, I like to know who I do business with.
Oh well, it's Craig.
I love it.
Is it at least spelled like Kregg?
Yeah, it's Kregge.
Craigie.
Craig.
Craig.
Craigie.
If you're from, here.
Well, it
Craig.
is that like a family name?
No.
No? Okay, well, it's good to meet you, Craigie.
Yeah, good to meet you.
My name is Voltaire.
Voltaire. Those are some nice shorts you've got there.
Thank you very much.
what are-
I need at least 5 compliments today, or else I will never wear them again.
Yeah, there's only 3 of us here, unfortunately.
But there's a whole town. I'm not concerned. Not yet. We're
Okay.
already 1 for 5. We're good.
Yeah. What do you need?
I have this awesome bow, and I whip it out. As I pull it back, you can
Put it
hear
on the
like
table.
kind of like a whisper.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for some arrows to shoot from this bow.
Yeah, we sell arrows.
That is so fortuitous because I would like to buy some arrows. Do you
Yeah,
have
that's
only
fine.
standard arrows in stock? Perhaps some armor-piercing arrows? Anything of that sort?
Yeah, we got mostly just normal arrows. We got a couple enchanted arrows if you'd like. Outside of that,
What sort of properties are we talking
it just
about?
hits a little harder. It's nothing.
That
too
sounds
crazy.
fantastic. How much do those cost?
I only have 10 of them.
Okay.
And it's going to be a gold apiece.
That is a very fair price. I will take all 10 of those.
I can sell you regular arrows, and it's 1 gold for 10.
Perfect. I will do this. I will buy. First off, do you perhaps have the holder? I'm blanking on the name.
He is
The
requesting a
fletching.
quiver.
The quiver. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, I
the
can sell you a
quivers.
quiver.
Perfect. I would like to have the quiver. And how many arrows can fit in 1 quiver?
Yeah, that quiver's only going to be
40,
about
60?
5 gold or 5 silver. I'm sorry.
Okay.
The quiver holding can hold like an infinite number.
Our quivers hold 60.
Yeah, 60.
Perfect. Then I would like to do 50 regular arrows, and I will do 10 of your enchanted arrows.
Perfect. That's 60 gold, sir.
That is here. I will give you.
60.5.
I will give you 65
the quiver.
gold, and you will keep the change and have a wonderful day.
Yeah, it's good working with you. Hot shorts.
I'm counting that. That is 2.
Are
Thank
you
you.
taking 5 compliments from different people or 5 compliments from just one person?
And you hear another one in the back. Hot shorts!
That's a 3.
Oh, so you're doubling up on one person. One person can give you
Well,
multiple
that was a
compliments.
separate person. The first one was a little like, it was just nice him being friendly, but then the second one was like sincere. So I count that again because
So
he
is
said
that 2
it
or 1? 2
with
or
emphasis.
1?
We're at a 3 right now.
But 2 from one person, that counts?
Right, but they were 2 separate situations, one with more gusto. One was just a generic, how do you do, I like your pants. The other one was like, you know what, on second thoughts, those pants are pretty freaking nice.
You guys need help with
Okay.
anything else?
No, we're good, thank you, bye-bye.
Oh, okay, yeah. Have a good one.
As we're walking out the door,
Why
so
do
you
you
only
think
need
it's
2 more
whiskers?
compliments to
That's,
be satisfied?
yes, 2 more compliments, and then I know that I can wear these anywhere.
A little hobgoblin child walks in, and it's and he's Craig's son.
Oh.
Hey, down here! And he sees you guys walking up. Hot shorts! And he kind of walks back in.
So there's 4?
Nazareth, I have the troubles counting sometimes, but I think that is 1, 2, 3, and then 4, yes?
Yes.
That's 4, okay.
And as you guys walk around looking for a library, you first come upon a bookstore.
Okay.
It's a pretty small little bookstore. It's probably a 1,500 square foot room. So it's a little bigger than the place you just came from.
Okay.
It's probably got 8 to 10 rows of books.
Anything that would be of interest to me.
Or anything on yodeling.
Roll an investigation check, and what
Our
are you
goblins are
looking for
proficient yodelers.
specifically?
Actually,
Well, you know generally what would
I
pique
know
my
this, I'm
interest,
very
but
aware.
also any interesting scrolls, magic, things like that,
This is so
arcana.
Even Budenick and I have things like that.
I am now looking.
Both of us.
Obviously, I'm
Then
interested in
I'll move on top.
necromancer magic,
Yeah.
but realizing my own shortcomings, I'm going to start looking into radiant
Okay.
stuff as well.
Yeah. Definitely.
You said investigation.
Yeah. Roll an investigation check for me.
Woo! 25.
Ooh, with 25, that's very good.
He's gotten about 2 tail
As
spikes
you
down.
begin walking around this library, you come across a couple different sections. There is a section on magic. You do find a.
Ooh, bad joke.
And we heard it.
I did.
I did too.
It's basically the same thing.
You find one book on necromancy,
Okay.
and it goes into, just at a quick glance, it seems to be like documented cult magic, and it sounds like it's more of the resurrection type things that you would be keenly fond of. The other 2 books you find are going to be Radiant. Books about Radiant magic and how a lot of Radiant magic is given to you by some form of source, it's not a god,
Wait, a god or not a god?
like a god,
Okay.
and usually has some kind of bigger meaning than you, kind of thing,
Okay.
where you're not doing it. It's for unselfish reasons. It's where Radiant energy, is coming.
I don't like reading that.
Yes, it's probably a little more difficult for you to believe in, or magic for you to do, but it is. You find 2 books on that as well, and that's just with a quick skim. Obviously, you could learn more if you read that.
Okay. Do I get a sense that there's like any actual like magic spells in them at all, or just more like,
In
or
one
any
of-
like instructions?
Yes,
or
in one of the 2 Radiant books, it goes like deep into Radiant magics in certain, I would say some like more basic spells and how to do them.
This
It's
is-
kind of, it's almost like a Radiant Magic 101 kind of deal.
This is a bookstore, right? Not a
Yes.
library.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Okay.
a bookstore. It's not
So
a
I see her reading them?
yeah, I would assume you're following her around as she's poking
Yes, I
around
would
the
be.
books.
I'm going to offer, hey, Nazareth, would you like me to buy those for you? I like that one. It looks very shiny and nice, and talking about the radiance of all of life, and that is wonderful.
You would like this one, wouldn't you?
I think I would like this, and I think you would too if you gave it a try.
I am willing to read up on it. No promises.
If I buy it, will you read it?
Of course.
Then I will buy it. And I will grab the books, and I will walk very happily, pop my butt. Right up to the front.
Yeah. and
How
when
much
you-
for the boots?
When you go to the front, there's a very old-looking humanoid woman at the front desk.
Hello, what is your name?
Cheryl.
Cheryl, it is so nice to meet you. I would like to buy these 2 books.
Hobgoblins have the most boring names.
Basic
Right.
white people names. That's the
Right.
page she's on right now. Very basic.
Yeah.
Caucasian Americans.
Bultash
between
is a
1950
very basic
and
place.
2000.
Yeah, and she charges you 5 silver for the 3 books.
I will give her a gold.
Wait, how much is it?
5 silver.
How does that translate to gold?
10 to 1.
10 gold, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm giving her basically 2 gold.
Yep.
Or
You're doubling her.
doubling her payment. Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. You watch as she takes your gold and she like goes in her drawer and pulls out 5 silver pieces and
No,
puts it into
no.
a box.
Oh,
Um,
Oh.
what is that for?
a better cause, the kids.
It is a cause for the. Is it like Whack-Donald's, like the shop nearby that sells the food?
They have that creepy clown that wears like the the painted face. on them.
better,
Yeah.
much better.
So it's
Got big
actually
green
going to
shoes.
some.
Yeah, we spend that money wisely on helping, foster
The
kids.
Waddles,
and-
Waddles.
Yeah.
That is
House
such a
of
lovely
charity.
cause. I'm going to put in 5 gold.
Oh wow, thank you. That was too nice.
Big
You're very
spender
kind.
today, Voltaire.
He's ripping on his fucking wallet like no one's business.
I am being charitable to people who are being nice. I'd like to encourage niceness in the world because then I don't have to do as much heroing.
Well, I appreciate you being nice.
And I appreciate you being nice.
Yeah, hot pants, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah.
You have literally made my day. Like 5 out of 5 made my day. Thank you very, very
So
much.
good to hear.
Yes.
So good to hear.
Nasli,
Yes.
did you hear?
I did 5 for 5.
Then you cannot argue.
And as
I
you
never
guys
did.
are, as you guys are going around
Never
shopping,
comment.
Budownik, is there anything you're doing besides sitting there with your
Toys.
toys?
I will put my dildo
Saboteur.
away. No. I'll have 3 crawl up on my shoulder, and I will just meander quietly and reservedly to the. Are we in an inn of sorts?
You're on an inn, yeah.
Bar slash
Perfect.
inn.
Yep.
So I will find a table to seat myself at, and knowing that I don't necessarily fit in, but I kind of fit in. I'll try to do my best to fit in and see if I can maybe sneak a beer for breakfast with some eggs and bacon.
Yeah, pretty easy. And you will notice as you kind of exit your door, you're the last one, and as you kind of walk by, they're obviously all out of their rooms at
I
this
will
point.
pause and
Uh,
stare at each of the doors that I know to be theirs, and then continue.
Yes, and then as you kind of do that, and you go downstairs, Tracy's no longer down there.
He works the night shift.
He had to work the night shift. He had some things
Love
to
Tracy,
do.
man.
I'll go to my real names list. So I don't give you another basic.
Steve,
We're gonna get Karen
Robert.
next.
Karen!
Christopher.
Beatrice.
Oh wait, is that your basic?
And there is a gentleman named Todd Graff down there.
Todd Graff.
Todd Graff, Hobgoblin, very similar to you.
I appreciate you actually have one of the old-fashioned names. It's like, these kids these days seem
New
to just
age
have basic names. Todd Graff.
Like
That's a name to really grasp. You wrap your tongue around. That was not a proposition. Eggs and bacon will be fine, thank you.
And he kind of like, without saying anything, bows at you and he turns around awkwardly.
I will pay whatever the bill is.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be, we'll say 5 silver for now, for your 1 beer and brekkie.
What were those arrows I added?
5 silver.
Off the top of at halftime.
Okay, gotcha.
I think they were just +1 arrows.
That's what I
Just plus
Yeah.
1. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Okay. Thank you.
Perfect. And I would assume that you guys are eventually coming back to the inn. Do you have any more shopping to do?
Voltaire, do you need anything else while we're out? Because I'm not coming
You
back
guys can
out.
shoot
We're already out.
I've gotten my arrows. We got you some nice new reading materials. I've gotten my compliments, but I got those for free. So,
Do you think you should check on your buddy? He was a little off yesterday.
are you talking about 3 or?
No. Your former friend. Budownik.
I haven't spoken with the Glen in like 3 years. He is probably back in my village.
Voltaire.
Who? What? Yes.
Should you check in on Budownik?
I'm sure he's swallowing in his own self-pity. But I could go for a drink and then maybe a fight or two. So sure, why not? Let's go and see him.
Okay.
And you guys, by the time you guys make it back to the bar, I would assume that the Divine Twins have found a spot at the table
Right
with
next to him.
Budownik.
Yep.
And it had
What I'm saying is, what's the difference between what you're doing? Like, when you use it for divine purposes, it's considered like a miracle. But like, if you use it for self-gaining purposes,
Right.
it's like considered like an affront to nature. Like, honestly, I don't see much difference
Self-mating?
between. No. You've lost your frame of reference.
Mm-hmm.
When you bring someone back from the dead,
Right.
it's considered like a gift to society because some deity bestowed this power upon you and it's holy by nature. But when Azalith does it, it's like an affront to science and all things in the natural order. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. It's the same outcome.
Excuse me?
What?
Hello there.
Oh.
Hi.
Hello,
How was
the
shopping?
Dubnik. And Willow.
Shopping
There's
good?
bacon,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to.
How was your chat with Siegfried? Or did you chat? What did, I don't really know what you did, actually.
Yeah, we spoke with him. Since he had our father's braces, we wanted to see.
Yeah, there's braces. Like,
Dentistry.
orthodontics. That's pretty advanced medicine at this point.
Oh, bracers!
Right. Lost the clarification point. I appreciate it.
I was like, what? Was that their fault? Yeah. He had our father's bracers, and we wanted to see where he got them. And,
I was quite confused because I don't know that I would want to
And he-
reuse somebody else's
Right, that'd be
braces.
so-
And he talked? Like, he actually talked to you?
yeah, we were able to speak. I was able to ask him 5 questions.
And Billy's very
Persuasive,
right and knows very much about spells.
charming.
That will
Very
come in
charming.
handy. I have lots of dead for you to talk to. They don't even talk to me, so, you know.
Which is
Is
quite
that a hint of
weird.
jealousy that I see?
No, it's,
That looked like jealousy.
no. I wouldn't
Your fire's
want, no, I wouldn't want to, personally, I wouldn't want to talk to them in the States.
yeah.
I'm working on that, though.
I have a question for you. So, do you normally like are you moody? Does it change from
Is she
flowers?
moody? She's got a dead deer sticking to the top of her head.
What? No, she
Moody.
has a flower crown.
No.
Yes. How many beers have you had?
Not that many.
You have a rare ability, don't you?
No.
You do. You do.
Not quite.
What? Explain it to me then.
What is he saying?
What do you see?
What are you seeing?
I'm seeing flower
What do you-
crown.
She's very pretty with
Are
the
you-
flowers and the
Do I
hair.
notice any kind of eyewear on you?
I'm wearing glasses, yes.
I would. Can I check out your glasses there?
And I will take them off. And then hand them to you.
You paused.
Pregnant pause.
I would like to
So-
check these over.
Spoiler alert.
I would like to check these over. Do I know anything?
Have you been shopping for compliments again?
Yeah, you can make an Arcana check.
I do not have to shop for things that are given to me for free.
Nazalith, did you go outside with this one?
Did I go out what?
Did you go outside with
Yeah, of
Molten
course. Yeah.
Was he maybe possibly loosening his purse strings a little bit?
Yes, why?
Just wanted to know.
What do you think you know about me?
Nothing. I don't know anything about you.
24.
That is true.
I thought I knew quite a bit
24.
about
With the 24 Budownik, what are those glasses?
you. They're like a small field array, true sight, like within 5 feet of me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's kind of
They're
weird.
they're
I just
cheap
kind of look
and
at
low
them,
power.
and I'm kind of like, okay, I get what you got now. There you go.
What does he have? Is it contagious?
In several different countries.
It can be useful. I mean,
Not very,
Let me
honestly.
go.
What useful
Honestly, it
For a
costs
campaign,
more
how the
in
fuck
medical
did he not
treatment.
see the fucking other shit we've been in the cave?
If-
Fucking
5
true
feet.
shit.
If he
5
wants
feet.
to
5
explain it,
feet.
I'll let him explain it. That's his thing. I
Yeah.
don't. I know what they are. I don't know how they work. So
Wait.
I
So
see
many-
you, son of a bitch! I see ya!
Right, I have presbyopia. I need something to help clarify.
Wait, so what is? What
Well,
do you see?
apparently I was wrong about her. She's wearing a flower crown. My apologies. I confuse animal skulls and flower crowns so easily.
That's very
They
far-fetched.
how much have you been drinking today?
Well, quite a bit.
That's not surprising.
But I've seen her with deer stuff before. Are
Ooh, what?
What?
You've seen yours do deer
No.
stuff before?
Me?
No, her.
You
Amberly,
don't
You're
understand-
into deer stuff.
You're
What?
overthinking it.
Are you a taxonomist by chance?
What?
Absolutely fascinating. You're so
I have my days.
developed. You're cultured, really. It's like it's impressive the number of things that you get to put your hands into. Hey.
I'm seeing the meme where it's lady looking and there's the number.
It's just like-
Willow is so perplexed.
Are you adopted?
And as you guys sit there at your
I'm
table,
lost. Willow's lost.
what are you guys doing for your?
What's our
That is
supposed to
a
do
no.
here?
That is an excellent question. Honestly, so here's what we know. Let's count the things that we know since we left. We know that there's a cult that is dropping mushrooms in cities that are neutral to the entire Sea Gatling trade routes.
Who do we know? What do we know about the cult?
We know that they went into the city and left a cart full, and that cart full, when set to flame, opened a portal, and we met the people who we also encountered in the city that was consumed by the fungal forest.
We also know that the cult leader is Raynon.
I did not know that, but that is fantastic.
Yep,
Raynon?
Raynon.
Rain on me?
When did we learn this?
We learned that quite a bit ago when we were in Centisio.
Centisio, right, that was... feels like a lifetime ago.
Right. They were also called the Drolgard.
Drolgard.
The
I
Drollgard,
know that
right,
much.
the
What was the
Drollgard.
leader's name?
You know,
Raynon.
okay, so we have that much. There's a cult. They have stuff.
Yes.
There is also the matter of this Dragolich and his friends, his associates, who, whether or not we talked about it, does the name Orcas mean anything to anybody?
Orcas.
Would that mean anything
Or
to me?
Orcus?
Orcus? Oh, Orcus. Yes, Orcus. Yep.
I wouldn't know it.
Hit me with your knowledge.
Orcus, the ringleader of demons that have been summoned. He's the king of demons.
Fantastic. So the King of Demons is trying to infiltrate in some way, shape, or form and develop an army in this plane. I know that because they wouldn't shut the fuck up about him, to be perfectly honest, when they were giving me my, that 3-year-old threat system where, like, you were undead, but you actually control the undead, and, she was dying of oxygen deprivation, but she can hold her breath permanently, and, they were shocking you with electricity, but I'm pretty sure you're lightning proof. And they play the sounds of my mom dying, but she's been dead for at least 3 years. So,
Mom dead
uh,
3 years.
I will also make that same note. Mom, for
very,
years.
very dated information. However, it was traumatizing and I think intended to weaken the form to get me ready for a dedication to Orcus, which I was supposed to do, but that never
Orcus
came
can
to
only be summoned, has been summoned by the 4 demon lords. And so they may be trying to resurrect Orcus again.
Who are the 4 demon lords?
Zigmatoy,
I think
That's
she
the
means
mushroom lady.
low red.
Lorad.
Grazitz,
Baphomet.
Demigorgon, Prince of Demons, and Baphomet.
Baphomet, right. What do we-
Which is what that soul light captured was talking about? Baphomet?
Okay,
The assassin
so,
demon guy.
Hmm.
Okay.
so Mushroom Lady, Lorad,
Lorad,
possibly connected to the cult.
definitely connected to the cult.
Great. We have Orcus, who is connected to all 4 of the demon lords.
Yes.
We have a soul who wants to talk about.
Baphomet.
Not anymore,
Baphomet.
right?
Well, it's
You
dead
still have
now.
him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
we
It
killed
was
him.
very impressive, by the way. It was like watching a baby bird, or a mother bird, regurgitate a soul, which I've never seen before, and it was fascinating to watch. Just want to
It's
point that out.
that was uncomfortably close. We'll say that much.
Right. You should really come up with a plan just in case somebody takes over your body and your soul is kind of transposed into a non-formal state. Maybe to have something that recaptures that and then helps develop or deliver you into a different vessel. Just saying. just my 2 cents.
Talking about
That's all I'm
cannibalism where
saying.
we eat her body and then we consume her
Absolutely,
power.
at least her heart, bare minimum her heart. That said, so we know these things.
Yes.
And we also know that from the very out, we were sent to Everina, if I'm not mistaken. Nobody?
Sorry.
Nobody remembers the
I
original
do.
task.
There was a list of 3 cities.
The original task.
Everina was our primary target. They lost contact, and we were supposed to either do research or render contact ourselves.
We are to journey because Sita Epstein. Oh, that's blah blah blah. Suspicious
Do you go back and print your
places.
notes out?
I
She
sure
does,
did.
isn't it
my
cute?
Known to have traded this plant on the west side of the Allied cities. Are ones no longer communicating with us. The 3 cities is Everina, Groundspire. Ow! Full circle, bitch. And San Leafis.
There's that reaction you were
San
hoping for when
Leafis,
you first
right?
said it.
San Leafis.
As long as it happens.
No, it's a long
It's a
way
long
to go.
process.
It's a long way to
As
go.
long as it happens.
Going through my notes here. We
I
should
love
definitely
it.
go to
I love
Groundspire.
Right, so that's what we know.
DM smiles.
Now that we have Groundspire, San Leafis, and Everina, as well as the cohort of enemies that we seem to be making along the way,
Bultash.
what do we do?
I'm just along for the ride.
Did you just refer to it as we?
We are the Five Fungi, yes.
Welcome to the group.
I marked this day. What is today?
Yeah, what's the calendar date today?
Yeah.
Like
Um,
railroad or
No.
No.
In game.
In game, it is probably, well, not probably, you would know with your keen mind
Mhm.
that it is November 28th, 797.
Oh, they use the
Thanksgiving.
Julian calendar. Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
What is it?
You know how hard it is to
1997?
create a calendar?
Yeah.
You know how hard it is?
We've
I can
created-
count to 12 and name different names.
Julian calendar is the way to go.
Sorry, it's
Spring, summer, fall, and
28
then-
Nazareth.
It's like the 12th of Craig.
Yeah.
Next month is my birthday. It's the 4th of Jerry.
Cheryl.
It's so weird. I'm a Sagittarius because I was 5th of Steve.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God.
I love Steve time.
But yes, you know that it's getting into winter time. You guys are, right by the mountains.
My star sign is a centipede.
I
Nice.
don't like centipede.
I know. I'm sorry.
Who does?
Very poisonous.
Right, what are you?
Are we in game? Are we out of game?
No, this is in game. Everything is in game. I'm sorry. Are you
What do
referring
you
to
mean?
your astral projection? The person who controls you that everybody likes to talk about. It's total bullshit. It's not real.
We're doing conspiracy theories.
Yeah. They call it like
Oh,
the
that's
what do they call it? The simulation theory, where your character, the person you are, isn't actually you.
Do you
You're
take the
controlled by
blueberry or the red
somebody.
berry?
Exactly. That said,
Voltaire doesn't like to think that much. Voltaire
That's
just
a
likes to
lot.
save the people.
we all know that Voltaire does not like to think that much.
Emberly,
Yeah,
should
what?
we continue?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
You seem
don't
to be
have a
feeling a
vote.
little better today.
Why don't I have a vote?
The only other
You
thing I
said
would
you don't
say,
care what we do.
No. I said I was along for the
You're
ride. I
along
didn't
for the
say I
ride.
didn't
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
You don't care.
Indifference and disinterest are different. I will admit that. However, they lead to the same end. Right? So, you don't care what
Sure.
we do. You're along for the ride. Proper
Sure,
phrasing.
whatever. Sure.
You two.
Well, I would like to get the cult or go to, well, and on our way, we could stop in Evergrounds.
Everina.
Everina.
And Godsphere. Groundsphere.
Groundsphere, yeah.
Groundspire.
I put them
I
together.
really feel like you guys have some like geography
Groundspire.
issues. You're like, it's different. You're like calling it like Seat of Goodfellas.
See,
It's
I
really
think-
weird.
What
Yeah.
happens is their twin
We haven't
brains
been out
kind of
much.
merge a little
Yeah.
together, and it's almost like twin dyslexia of a
Sure,
sort.
I could see that. Twin dyslexia.
So yeah, I would
dyslexia.
like to get the cult and then go to Groundspire on the way.
So, I'm sorry, I'm confused because I don't
It's
actually
on the
know
way,
where the
right?
cult is at.
The cult is just north of Bultash.
Yeah.
More in the mountains. That's where we must go.
So we're gonna go to, in your opinion, Groundspire, then to the cult.
The cult is in Bultash.
Groundspire, then the cult. in Bultash.
We
You're in Bultash.
We are also in the Bultash.
We're in Bultash. Hey,
He's-
I should know this
right.
better.
He's traumatized. A lot of trauma. Been in the cave for a bit.
So are we going out to get to the cult? No, we're here. The cult is here in Bultash, and then we are going to go to.
Where we are also at.
But the other place, the Godspeed, the what is it?
Godspire.
Godspire.
It would seem to me that might be like, second on the list.
Yeah.
So Bultash. Wait, no, Bultash.
Okay.
Godspeed.
Our-
Arena. That's your vote.
Ground spire. I just want to make that clear.
Godspeed.
We've called it like 3 different things.
God damn it, Zipper! Shut up! I'm trying to articulate over here. This is rhetoric time.
Isn't Downick supposed to be kind of smart?
No, he's very intelligent, but he's also drunk.
I just wanted it to be very clear.
That said, you two have your vote.
Wait, okay, I do have some input.
Oh, okay.
Do we have a plan to head on the cult? Because it was a little hairy last time.
I think
I
that
read
we
this
should
book.
run in and we should attack them.
So I read this book. It was actually very entertaining. It was about these two fellows. One of them was a human, and one of them was a warforged. And they used to call themselves the Lethal Brothers. And they would just charge into battle, will-nil, pell-mell, without a plan, and they would scream, lethal, lethal, lethal. And it seemed to actually be a worker that worked to instill fear into their enemies.
I don't
I'm
think
gonna add
that
this
will
Can you
work
tell
in
us
this
more
case.
about these people? They're very...
Fascinating.
Yeah.
I
What's the
have
book called?
plenty of time. It's actually called The Happy Adventures of Roran and Company.
Okay.
That is a good group name. I like that.
It's like noted.
I believe
Bringing
it's
that one up
actually a
later.
children's book. Just talking to him.
Not
Yeah, a
the
children's
stuff.
book is not a good guide
It's an excellent guide.
for taking on the cult.
What is the truth about the world, if not from the mouth of babes? It's a saying.
Okay, but we found you in pretty bad shape.
No, you found me, and I was actually making quite a bit of money.
No, what are you talking about? I mean,
That's when you found me. Since then, you have recurrently found me, but originally I was making.
No,
quite
I
a
meant
bit of
this last time. Yes, you. It took a lot of effort to get you out of those chains. I hope you realize that.
Oh,
Are you a gentleman of the night?
Yeah, what kind of money were you making?
Yeah.
quite a bit of money. Those chains were
Cosmetic?
an endeavor.
Yes,
Nothing
they
else.
were. They were. I don't think you
I
realize
know-
how much of an endeavor, actually.
I'm not here to belabor the points of how much effort it took to get me, and I am infinitely grateful.
That's
to
not
each of
what,
you.
that's not why I said that. I'm just trying to make the point that this is not going to be easy. I wasn't trying to guilt you or make you feel bad. I'm just saying.
I'm trying to
Wanting
guilt
to
you and
have
make
a
you feel bad.
plan.
It
We're
was
making a lot
really,
of
really
progress
hard.
as a group.
We did a
Nothing has
lot.
changed.
We
100%.
sacrificed a lot to try and get to save you.
I just want to have a
I'm-
plan.
We're building connections.
Also trying to develop a plan.
And as you guys are having this conversation, Todgrath walks up to you guys.
Todgrath!
Is there anything else I can do you for?
2 more. 5 more. 7 more.
Okay.
A small one.
A small one for
Do you have
you.
fruit?
Yes.
And a hobgoblin.
And as you kind of said, he looks at you. You kind of look familiar. What's your last
Me?
name?
Mm-mm. I don't have one. A bastard, actually. To be
Just,
pointed.
Is he lying? Can I put a did he lie about
Insight?
Make an insight check.
Make an insight check on it.
Inside.
Wouldn't your last name be Sand or Snow?
15.
No, this story has a good ending. We don't associate with that crap.
If you'd like, you can roll a deception check for.
The step against me.
Decept.
Better watch out. I
Is that
have
a save?
very few very good skills?
Is that technically a save?
Deception's not one of them. 13.
Is that technically a saving
You would
throw?
know that he's lying to the guy asking to Todgrath. And Todgrath just kind of. Fair enough. I'll be back with your drinks. Any more
I'll flip
food?
an extra gold.
Fruit.
Bacon.
Fruit, bacon. Okay.
Bring me whatever.
Vodka.
Fair.
I'll have the fruit and bacon.
Okay. I'll be back.
Anything for you?
Wrap the bacon.
I'll have
on the
eggs.
That
Like-
is
Eggs.
precisely what that was to do.
Okay.
Ten
And he
eggs.
turns around and walks away with all your guys' orders.
Good
I
preference on
say-
Make or made. Over easy.
I say
Should cook
in
them myself.
stage whisper. I think perhaps that we should head north of Just Bultash to go to the temple area ruins to go see if the cult is still there. Which I think Nazlith is very correct in saying that we may get our back ends handed to us.
Hot.
That glowy, radiant, celestial shit that you have. Do you have more of that?
Yes.
I do.
Anything but fire. Can we absolutely stack ourselves with anything but?
Yeah, we're a little fucked,
Fire.
Emberly.
Are you trying to
Yeah,
say that
just
we
fire.
need to leave Emberly at home?
No, what I'm saying is, and this is a very pointed and not intended to be against any one of your abilities or fighting styles, but it seems that fire was not particularly useful the last time we
She's
went
so
up against the goal.
useful.
No, Emberly herself is incredibly useful, but perhaps
Fire
fire
is not.
attacks.
It's just that
not
everything
really
she does is not useful.
Do
Yeah.
you... There is a bookstore here. I was able to find a couple useful things. If you're looking for something outside of fire, you might find a little something extra. Just
You're asking if we bombard ourselves as clerics with radiance
Yes.
to deal more damage.
Yes.
Easy enough. We will need to rest to review our spells.
So we leave tomorrow. We
Yes.
head for the temple.
Maybe we should do some recon.
And Bolter, I don't know if
Recon
lightning was
never
very effective
works
either,
out the
was
way
it?
intended.
I believe that lightning was neutrally effective against the pew pew wizard guys, but the Dracolich
No.
was no, it did
Very
not.
immune to that.
Yes.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Unfortunately, my primary means is not going to be very effective either. So
And that would be
little dark magic, you know.
soul capturing. Right.
What magic?
Weird shit.
What Surely you mean like blessed radiance, beautiful magic.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Voltaire.
I think
No.
maybe those who are of a stealthy sort should perhaps, or
Not
a
me.
trickstery sort,
Not really.
should go and do some recon.
I have been practicing my stealth. I'm not good at it, but I no longer go clink clink clunk whenever I walk. So
It's 'cause
maybe.
How
Because those are
stealthy are we
ridiculous
talking?
booty shorts you're wearing.
Well, yeah, but I won't be wearing the booty short. They're booty shorts, not
Are you
battle
still doing
shorts.
that 5 compliments a day thing?
Look, I do not need your judgments. Okay, I've already gotten 5 people judgments, and they were all great. So you
Sure.
can just sit
Standing
there,
reviews that have
drink.
nothing to do with the influence of
Maybe you
gold.
should give him a compliment.
Your scales are clean.
That is not bad. Thank you. Yes, I do a very good job of
Progress
making
for today.
things. Yes, thank you.
I think you could do a little bit better than that.
I don't disagree, but you learn with Budinik that sometimes you take an inch to get a mile later.
Oh, you've taken a lot of inches to get a lot of miles.
Oh,
Sometimes if you tee him up for jokes
So,
like that, he feels very good about himself, and you're like, here you go. This is a layup.
so who is the sneaky stealthy types?
+5.
Oh, I just thought of something that I want to acquire before we leave town.
+6.
Wait, what are you asking?
Still.
Stealthy.
Oh.
But I'm no longer at disadvantage.
Wait, you're at a what? What are we talking?
So you hit dead neutral.
So it looks like
My straight
you
rolls are
both
boss, though.
Are of a
I'm
stealth
good at straight
type.
roll, right? My straight rolls are just boom,
Right,
like
so you want
one.
to go investigate. Well, actually, let me ask you this, Emberly. Do you want to go investigate this temple prior to any adventures?
Oh, we might as well. I have clairvoyance, so I can throw that in if needed.
Let's do it.
The problem that we had with doing spells like that is that somehow they could like see them.
Right,
So you might
So
as well
an
just go.
in-person-
Yeah,
personal touch.
cold turkey.
Yes, trying to
Make it
do two magical.
Offered his gurky turkey in the past.
Or gurky turkey
Are you
in.
guys discussing going to the temple where the drill cards
Are you
Well,
even paying
they're doing
attention?
surrounding
Yes.
areas.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
we're
yeah.
talking about
Okay.
doing some scouting.
Yes.
Okay, you guys would know that that place is probably 40 miles into the mountains.
Right,
north.
so
Cool.
it's a couple
Right.
days march.
Yeah.
So then we can kind of
Yeah.
and then.
Right. Does anybody have anything that they need to
Yes,
take
what
care
else
of
do you need?
before we
Oh,
leave?
Yes, yes.
Oh, what do you need?
Oh, okay. Is it one of your 50 undead that needs
I want to.
She got a
I want
squad.
to fix that problem because I don't want to ditch them yet because they'll come in handy, but I don't want them in the cart with us. So
Can you consolidate?
No, I'm gonna go get like a little horse buggy and attach it to our cart, and I'm just gonna stack them on each other like sardines and bring them with us.
Well, technically speaking, we could use the mage hand on this and stack them on top of each other on top of the cart and put them down with rope.
Again,
How
you're
strong
not
is your mage
really. Yes, that's one thing. But also,
I
people
don't have
do
a mage hand
exist.
cart.
It might draw attention.
I think if we
Lots
get a
of-
little cart,
We
stick
got
them
this
on.
giant tower.
With one mage hand, like going from side to side, like holding it
Well,
up.
just stack it, like grab it and like stack it on there. Put it on top of the cart and strap them.
We got to be a little stealthy with that. So
The carrot.
An arm falls here.
let's get the vegetable cart, stack them up like sardines, put some like flowers on top of them, and then put a tarp over them, and then I can call them out when we need them.
All right, good sir. I'll tell you my last name if you can tell me where you can get me a
Posies.
vegetable cart.
Posies too.
Something with wheels that I could stack. You know, maybe like 3 bodies wide and about 10 bodies tall.
If you go to a cart, that's weird. You said what?
He stopped himself.
Just dead. Well, hold on.
Hold on.
That's
Moving right along. You said
Right
what you were
back.
saying.
Hold on. You said what?
If you would like a vegetable cart, or
Perfect.
something
Body.
along those lines, go down to the big statue and you'll find a shop that makes things out of wood.
Fantastic. Here is, and I will bounce him 2 gold. That's a rusty. And I will take off and head to find your cart.
I'll go with you. I mean,
Perfect.
I'm just making sure.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, we might as well go.
And as you
yeah, let's all
bounce
go
him,
together. Yeah.
as you bounce him that coin and you say
I will grab my plate full of
Bazarowski, he
bacon.
kind of gives you like a sideways look of like, really? As you guys kind of leave. As you guys go on down to the center of town where you are going to look for a little woodworker's shop. It's a little trailer builder. He also builds boats. We will call it, so I don't keep giving you guys,
Steve's.
John.
David.
Duholt Binso's, sorry,
This is easier somehow.
Duholt Binso's, I had it a different name, I'm trying to think of something, but I can't think of what a woodworker is.
Carpentry.
Carpentry. Duholt Binso's master carpentry. And as you guys kind of approach the thing, you would have to pass the large statue that is in the middle of town. Yes.
No, I was just touching the statue real quick, just to touch it. And then
As you touch it and kind of look up, and you all kind of look up, it looks very oddly similar to Budownik.
Budownik.
Why did you touch that?
Let's hook over in tradition. I believe Master Binso's is not far from here. Maybe just another, I don't know, 100 a couple hundred feet that way.
Budownik, I have smacked those cheeks enough to recognize them when I see them. That thing looks very much like you.
I don't think so at all. Let's keep going.
Insight check.
You can insight check him, and I'll let you roll a perception check as well.
Okay, insight first.
I'll help him.
Thanks, counter spell for the raid.
Is she helping me? She
Can I
said
help
that.
her?
She said.
Yeah, she can help you.
Raid.
Oh, we got a raid?
We got raided.
Fuck yeah.
What's a raid?
They
For
bring
some
their
people,
followers to
their
us.
followers, yeah.
Yeah, counter spell brought their lovely viewers with
What a
Nice.
saint.
So
What
20
a-
on the
what a
insight,
true
not
human
natural.
being.
Okay.
On the inside?
FBI opened up.
And then the perception.
You've been raided.
Is she helping me with a perception too?
Yes.
What was that?
She helping me with a perception too?
Yeah, I'll let her help you with those. These are going to be two different things, though.
Day.
10 for the
10.
perception.
Okay, and what'd you get for your...
Oh, I genuinely believe what I'm saying.
Okay, he does.
100%.
This is true.
So you're denying that it's. Are
He
you
seems-
denying that is you?
He seems like he's telling the truth. With your perception check, it would give you
I
enough...
believe what I'm saying.
With your perception check, it would give you enough to kind of look around, and you would notice a plaque on this big statue. And if you went over to read the plaque, in common it says, Eldownik Bazarowski, 417.
Eldownik?
Eldownik.
Budownik, is that your father?
It says, broker of peace among the Tolarian mountain countries,
Can I insight check him again?
the great unifier.
Can I insight check him
Wait,
again?
what was your last name?
Thatcherowski.
Yeah, you can insight check him again.
I'm gonna insight check him again.
What did you?
We'll actually continue going off your past one,
Which was 20.
Which is 20, and
Wait,
you
what does it
he
say?
seems generally doesn't know. Not his dad.
It says Great Unifier.
Yes, it says broker of peace among the Tolarian mountains.
Dude, Nick, why do you have the same last name
The
as
Great
this
Unifier.
I don't have the same last name.
last name?
I apologize. It's been a few bacons down. No, look at his cheekbones. There's no way that's me.
But the last name is exactly the same.
No, Bazarowski, no.
I think
Bazarowski,
so.
yep.
Nope.
Bazarowski?
Badzarowski. Badzorasci.
Who's your daddy?
Still like
You are.
Who's your dad?
Not me.
We've established this.
I'm not your daddy.
Is
I
he?
mean,
The
you're the one that owns
Bazarowski
the whip. You have the muzzle. You got the bull gag. I don't understand.
Are you related to this person in any way?
No, I grew up on an island. I'm not from here.
So not to your knowledge.
No, like my mother. Why are we talking about this? Can we just go get the cart?
Because there is basically a statue of you, and that's
That's
freaking
not me!
interesting. Look,
There's
hold
a
on,
statue
hold
of me
on.
and Cedar Gatling.
Those are definitely your
Can we
cheats,
not
okay?
say Cedar Gatling really loud?
Cedar Gatling. Cedar Gatling.
I'm
She's from Cedar.
gonna bop his mouth.
Nobody cares.
I'm bopping his mouth.
I've seen that movie too.
I love it.
God.
We got Cedar Gatling here.
Does 3 do anything when he sees the
No,
statue?
he doesn't.
Listen, right, if you want to know my life story, let's go get the fucking cart, and then I'll tell you on the way up to the...
That is a
Mountain
lie. He
retreat.
said the same thing all the time to try and placate me. He never tells you his life story.
This is so depressing.
It's very
Let's
depressing
dig into
story.
this
It's
a little
super
later.
depressing.
We
It's
can
great
pry
later
it
on.
open little by little. and
Yes,
work
let's
it
open
down
that
the
sardine
way.
can at another time.
It's going. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, cart.
You guys continue making your way to Dubalt Binzo's master carpentry.
Bell?
When you get to this carpentry shop, there are a couple little carts outside, and then once you get to the back, there's a couple boats that are on little wheel trolleys that they can kind of tug around. Nothing big. They're
That is
the largest one is maybe a 12-foot little fishing boat.
It's designed to be upwards by
Could we
one
really
user.
shove them in there?
There's a couple carts that are easy for you guys
Oh.
that are about 6 feet long that you could probably fit all those bodies in if you
Do we have a
wanted to.
trailer hitch?
That's a really good question.
I can fashion one.
Perfect. Start fashioning.
Start
one.
fashioning
I will
one
start
right now.
fashioning one right now.
I'm looking at the 6 foot. How much about these mats do you think I could fit?
I'm gonna hop in the cart and lay straight.
We're looking for at least 3 wide, right? How many do you
It's
have?
probably about 3
wide.
people wide,
Okay.
and it's probably about 3 people deep.
I'll be explaining to the
So how many
salesman.
is
You
that?
see, what
6?
happens is that we get these very big. We're
Nine?
actually
Nine?
fungi people,
Nine?
and we get these very big mushrooms,
3 by 30.
and it's
3 by
easy
3,
to
so nine.
size
3 by
them
3 tall.
comparatively to people.
Okay.
We're not trying to store
It's kind of
like
I'm
6.
5'2".
Yeah,
Could you get out of the cart, please,
no,
man?
like 6.
Hold on, I need,
Are
I'm
you
gonna
guys
roll.
wanting to, what's
How
happening?
much for this cart?
That cart's gonna be 20 gold pieces.
I hand him 30.
Wow.
Sorry for the trouble, but we just got very excited.
was-
We've been looking for something like this.
Very generous. Thank
We
you.
carry
Thank
lots
you.
of mushrooms. You can think of the 10 extra gold as like maybe a sealant for your mouth, maybe.
God.
Oh god, we'll
Thank
take
you
We're
for the
trying-
cart.
No,
Are you- for
he's
mushrooms.
17.
yeah.
For what?
Sorry, it took a long time for me to do the intelligence
Oh.
check.
Oh,
I was having a
Jeez,
problem with Twitch.
I would say that you would have had to have spent
What?
a couple dollars on wood. I would
Yeah,
say 5 silver on wood
5 silver,
from the
right.
place you're at, as you kind of have the wood in hand. You guys now have the cart. You guys are walking back. You
So
pass the
you
statue.
have to like hold it and then walk with
Yeah,
it.
you guys
I
basically
really
are
don't
like both
understand
holding
what
and
you
walking.
guys are saying.
Very
I
easy.
do it
doesn't look
once
anything
by
like
myself,
me.
yeah.
Very
Can I
easy.
sit in it?
Want
Yes.
to sit on my shoulders?
I'm 5'2".
That's
Yeah.
an interesting fact. I'm 7 feet tall.
Can
And as you pass the statue that looks oddly familiar to you guys, and you make your way back to
What was that?
Delrich's Inn,
Delrich's.
Still riches.
where your trailer and horses are. It's very easy. to
Speaking of
mend
what-
this trailer to
How
your.
long has it been since Dillerich has made an appearance at Dillerich Inn?
You mean Tracy?
No, Dillerich himself. Who's the proprietor of this
I
establishment?
thought it was Dars. Wasn't it?
Tracy.
Dars.
I
I remember Dars.
Who's
I also remember
Dars?
Tracy. I don't remember
Darge, you
Morgan.
would know, would be the leader of
alright.
Bultash.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tracy is
That's
the
a-
head of the bar and inn that we're at Delicious.
Tracy was one of the workers.
No, he was an employee.
Can I insight
Where is
check
Dillerich?
The
Dars?
night worker.
Dars is
You-
not here.
I don't care.
He's leader of Bultash?
Is the
Yes.
Retroactively.
Yes, he is.
I would like to
Retro-
So you don't
check.
even know where he's at.
Retroactively, I want to.
Where's
Is he
A?
governor?
Yeah,
Is he
he's-
senator?
He's
What
at
is
City
he?
Hall up against the mountain.
He would be chief minister.
Okay.
Chief.
Sounds about right.
So he does the administrations for all the cheeks in that town.
Wow. Wow. That was a stretch.
Right, so I believe that with the arrangement that we have, the way that you're, what are you calling them? Zombies? Friends? Associates? Business partners?
I think
Employees.
Acquaintances?
the longer that they are with her, the more friends they are. So maybe her only friend at this point is
me. Right.
Agatha.
No, I understand.
It's
Would
her
that be-
entourage.
would that be
Have
accurate?
we ever talked about how fast she runs? It's quite impressive.
Yes,
That
she
said,
is-
we've stacked them
Wait,
head to toe,
Did she die?
opposite,
No, she's like halfway. I forgot.
and then perpendicular, and then perpendicular once more.
I think we should walk a little ways out of town so people don't see us doing the weird shit with
Stacking
people
bodies in a
just kinda
cart.
climbing on top of each other.
It's very weird.
So what
No,
are we
let's
gonna
just
do?
walk out.
What,
We'll
we're
just
supposed to
walk out to
walk
the
next? Okay.
Just to the woods real quick.
Okay.
Get them in and then we can hop in.
But we have to
Right.
still go through Bultash to get to where we need to
Have we
go.
paid up our rooms, fair sir?
Let's just.
And you're talking to Todd Graff again.
With the great name.
If rooms are
Should
paid,
be
you
my
guys are
roll.
good to go.
We're gonna roll tide. Keep the rooms open for us. Here's 5 gold as a retainer. We'll probably be back in like the next 4 days, 5 days, I would assume.
If not, we're dead.
That's his fair.
Send us
That's
our
his
parcel.
fair.
Okay.
Do you know of any cults in the town?
I
What did he say? What did he just say?
Do you know of any cults?
try not to talk about cults with people.
Oh my god.
That seems to be a little.
I
little-
put
a
my
little
arm
much.
around you and I kind of pull you away. I say, sorry, he just he had a little too much to drink.
I am looking to join.
And as you guys are having this conversation, you
I
start
cast
to
Mage
hear.
Hand and I cover his mouth.
Yeah, definitely. Along
Okay.
with Nazlip, who's also trying to cover his mouth. And you guys begin to hear a bell ring in the background. Ding, ding.
Did somebody steal another bowl?
Todd
I
Graff,
feel like
I think somebody stole a bowl.
Todd
you
Graff.
just feel like the music changed in the atmosphere.
You watch as he slides all of the stuff off of his bar and begins like hunkering down his bar. That is the battle cry. We
Of who?
better go report to one of the walls.
Who is fighting who?
I
That
don't
anybody
know, but we
fighting
aren't being
anybody.
called. Here we go. And
Shoot.
as he begins like shoving everything
Draw.
down, and you open the door, he opens the front door of the tavern, you'll begin seeing a pretty thick line of mostly men running one direction, and then
Cool, I
another
don't need to be
thick
here.
line of kids with elderly people running the opposite way. We will pick up there right after our halftime.
Damn!
But yes, for those of you who are new to this, welcome.
Welcome.
That was a pretty cool little raid.
Welcome.
We'll be back in about 10 minutes. We like to take breaks and pee and fill up our beverages. So
We are
Yeah,
human,
Pete.
unfortunately.
yeah, we'll be
On each other.
we'll be back shortly.
We're trying to keep the raid rolling.
Right.
So, where we left off, you guys have been trying to figure out what you're doing for your day, how you guys are getting out. So you guys chose to go see a cult, having this conversation in a bar. That's very little chunks there. Having this conversation in a bar about, going and finding this cult. You happen to talk to Todd Graff about his knowledge of cults, and as this conversation kind of popped up, some bells started ringing out in the courtyard. Todd Graff then began packing up his store, opening the doors where you are now seeing a flood of men and women going one direction and old people and children going the other. What are you guys doing as this is happening?
We're woke.
Yes.
Are we going?
Yeah, we're fucking going.
Yeah,
right?
Voltaire's
okay.
out the door. Yep.
We're going?
I'm
Okay,
with
we're
it.
going.
Are you guys following the...
All Stevens in this lane, all Christopher's in this lane, all Michael's in this lane.
Todd Graff.
Matthew's over here.
As you guys
we
kind
don't
of,
expect as many.
as you guys kind of bail out of...
I'm gonna stop by a
Thanks.
cart, open it, and I'm gonna say, "Get out." And all my little people are gonna come out.
Yeah, and they all come marching out with you guys as you guys begin running to the closest wall that is to you
Full
guys.
speed.
That seems to be where everybody
Full time.
else is going to. As you guys approach this wall, the bells become louder and louder. You soon realize that they are kind of on the wall surrounding the city. These walls have catwalks. There's some soldiers up on the catwalks, mostly hobgoblins, and they are all kind of prepping, and you see them getting, essentially preparing themselves for a battle.
How tall are the houses?
The houses are probably about 12 to 15 feet in height. They're not the tallest of homes. The wall is much taller. It's probably close to 25 feet. Purposely built to keep things a little...
I want to, as I'm running, I want to activate my ring of jumping, and I want to jump on top of the houses.
Yeah.
And then after that, I want to jump on the wall and start trying to see what I can see from that.
Yeah,
height.
definitely. As you guys approach, there's a building that's just right outside, or right near the wall. The building closest to the wall. As you guys approach it, there seems to be a line of people going in one and coming out the backside of that building. And as they go in it, they're obviously collecting armor and shields and spears and swords. And then when they come out that wall, it seems like they're pretty smart on where they need to go as far as this battle.
I'm
As
gonna.
you-
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna cast levitate on myself with mingling with the wind. So I'm gonna kind of have wind in my hands and push myself up 60 feet.
Yep.
Still
60
feet.
feet?
60 feet.
That's awesome.
And I'm still gonna be looking around and seeing what we're seeing.
Okay, yeah. Voltaire, you jump up on the house nearest you, and you keep hopping house to house to house. You also raise up there. I need both of you to roll perception checks for me.
11.
Demon.
Nice.
At this point, I would
22.
be rushing to the nearest staircase to get to the nearest person to make.
Perfect. You rolled a 22.
Yeah.
I would say, Voltaire, with your hops, you're not really getting much. The only thing that you are going to notice is that fungal forest that you guys were running from, it's made its way to you guys. As you float up and you kind of look out on the horizon, probably 300 feet, 400 feet beyond the wall, is where some hills begin to start. They are currently all covered in fungus right now. You see some hemorrhaging of the earth around this city, very similar to what you happen
Just
to
north
see.
of where we're running to.
Yeah, so you guys are running to what would be the northeast corner of Bultash.
All right. I'm gonna telepathically tell. Or are you done? Or no?
No.
More?
So as you are sitting up there and you kind of see this fungal forest, you begin seeing on the outline about 400 feet away movement. From your distance, it is hard to tell what is happening, but as far as you can see from right to left, there's just movement. And it seems to be coming at you as these bells are ringing.
I telepathically tell Emberly, tell everyone that in the distance north of us, there seems to be the fungus is moving in on us. And there's so many beings moving, I can't really tell how many.
As this is happening, so you said I saw the fungal forest, right?
Yes.
I'm yelling as loud as I possibly can. No fire! No fire! No fire! No fire!
Taking a cue
No
from that,
fire!
I'm gonna take 3
Yep.
And how far away is Voltaire from me?
Anywhere between like 15 to 30 feet.
Great.
40 feet.
I would love to
Depends.
throw 3 into the nearest proximity that I can. I'm aiming for Voltaire,
Yeah.
but wherever he lands in that proximity, I would love to get him in that vicinity.
Perfect. Strength or dexterity, or even an acrobatics check, whichever one you would prefer.
Doesn't matter. Oh! God, I love when I do good. 23.
Nice.
As you throw this,
False life dice.
right as Voltaire's on his way down, you manage to get a very good throw where it attaches to his shoulder. Voltaire, you are very familiar with this creature, and as you kind of go back up in the air, you now have 3 attached to your shoulder, your right shoulder specifically.
I'm gonna yell down, can this thing turn into a voice amplifier, maybe?
I'm assuming my turn's over, but I don't
Yeah. We're
Wait,
gonna
is
go
that
ahead-
turn? Are we
can I-
turns?
No, you guys are. I'm giving you guys a little bit of time to
Okay.
figure out what you're doing.
I
As
yell
this is
at
happening.
Nazlith and Budownik what Willow told me.
Okay.
What she saw.
And then I'm gonna hover down and I'm gonna say aiding breeze and over with my hands to everyone. And they're going to get one. Let's see. So I'm gonna do Nazlith, Emberly, and I'm gonna do probably Budownik. They're gonna get they're gonna get
shit!
the
Parapets.
25
Parapets! They're
25
coming!
hit points, because this is the one we're
Christopher, how
talking
long is
about.
this tape?
So that's where the hit
Sick
point
day.
maximum thing comes into play.
25 temp.
So they get 25. All right. So is it 25 temp, or is it my adding 5 to their overall maximum?
Oh, that's the
That's the aid one.
HP modifier.
Because it says each target's current hit points increase by 5 for duration. When the cast is at a higher level, which it is 25, it says we're gaining 25 hit points. So then, is there a maximum added +5 and they get 25 temp? Is that what you were saying?
I don't think Chris heard any of what you
I
just
heard,
said.
no, I know this from the last time
Last
you used
time.
this spell, if that's what you're asking. I
Yes.
personally read that spell as you can give everybody 25 temporary hit points, right? 5 of those hit points are going to be permanent for 24 hours.
Yeah, and then we were just saying the additional 5 for 5 against. So instead of 5, since I'm
What was the
casting
other
it at level
Something.
6, it should be
Cocaine.
at
That's
least
why it
10.
could be.
It should be 10
So
maximum.
It's 5 more than every level you go up. You're saying.
Yeah, so since it's above the second.
You and I talked about this, I believe.
So since it's at the
Christopher-
6th level? 6th level? 6,
Michael
5,
Steiger
4?
supports Christopher Henny in every
I just
decision
want to
he
know
makes.
your opinion on it.
You are your own man.
So it's 4 levels
I
above the
won't.
second.
I won't this time.
Okay, so for my opinion on this, you giving everybody there's max HP, right? And
So the
there's
max
temporary HP.
There's temporary HP, so they would get 25 because at the level 6. But because it's also at the level 6, the 5 for the maximum is so it increases by 5 for every past the second
I
level.
can't do this. I have to pee.
So since I'm casting at a 6th
Yeah,
level.
we'll make this quick. Read the spell to me real quick.
Oh yeah. So the spell bolsters allies. So each target's hit point maximum
Yep.
and current hit points increase by 5 for the duration. When you cast a spell using a slot 3rd or higher, the spell hit points increase by additional 5 for each spell slot above the second.
Correct, but not the maximum. The maximum can only go up by 5, right? So everything else can go up by more than 5. So what you're going to
So-
do is say Matthew has 100 hit points.
So he's gonna
he
add
can now
5
go
to his
105. That'll
Yeah.
be his maximum, and then his
And then
temporary will go
times
to
25.
125. Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Yes.
Yep.
So our temp's 25.
Yep.
Point of clarification: if their maximum goes up, does it stack?
It stays for 8 hours.
No. But if he goes up from 100 to 105, does he get to go to 130 hit points temporary?
That's a good question.
No.
Okay.
Chris, was I was
I'm
running
also
on the
not
houses
doing 82.
trying to then jump onto the wall. Am I on those parapets?
Yeah, I'm going to say that you and Budownik.
Matthew, you're only getting 20 temporary hit points, but still 5 added on. Sorry.
We're gonna say that you
Okay.
and Budownik both made your
Yes,
way
you are. So
up
25,
to the catwalk, the
10,
parapet.
and then 5 max.
If I could keep this door
So-
closed.
Shoddy workmanship. Who made this?
Yeah, no shit.
They'll never be a carpenter.
It's D&D.
Ooh, we need to change that.
I have 250 temporary hit points, guys.
What?
I'm a god. Fuck with me.
I'm a dragon!
Yes, so I would say that we'll put Budownik up here.
More characters.
We'll put Voltaire.
Get the fucking poker stick, dude.
I did not freaking
trust
pick
y'all.
a
What's wrong with
The
you?
top drawer
Dear.
is
You
the-
legitimately are building an army.
Nazlith, what are you doing with your army?
I've never
Your-
seen
your
that many
posse.
NPCs on the table.
Hold on, let me grab my water.
I will say there's a staircase pretty close to where Budownik is.
Okay, let me tell you, because some of them have different hit points.
Another
right
one
now.
is over here as well.
Some
I
are
have
a little fresher
One
than
more
others.
thing that I would like to say.
Okay.
Okay.
So.
Perfect.
I have one thing that I would like to say before combat begins.
Yep.
Whenever you're ready.
What are you doing, Willow?
I moved up myself back up to 60 feet in the air.
Oh, okay, so you're floating.
So I'm levitating.
Top shelf, bigger one. Bigger one.
60 feet.
I love that you know where it's at.
Oh yeah. I
And we will
organized it.
pass these out to you
Because you're
guys.
completely done with this shit and you're ready to move along.
Yeah, that's true.
Get this out of my home, my office,
Right.
my, what do we call it, studio?
Yep, that's it. 60, baby!
Yeah, we will say that you are 60 feet up in the air. What are you doing, Emberly?
I'm at the bottom of the staircase, about to run up.
Okay, we'll put you left or right staircase. Right or left?
That one.
And these walls, they continue all the way through, right?
They
There's no-
continue all the way through. This
Okay.
is where you see the break, it doesn't break.
Right,
This is going to be all the way around the whole city. The northern side of the city is going to the most northern piece of the city. It eventually becomes sheer cliffs that are like 300 feet in the air. You guys are kind of far away from that.
Right.
You're kind of in the
How many
northeast corner.
feet
That's
would
be
you
the
say?
northwest corner. Now,
Before-
what would you like to be
Okay,
doing?
now that I know where
And then you,
everyone
Voltaire.
is at, I am going to send Siegfried, which is the one that you guys are talking to.
Yep.
I'm going to have him dash over to follow Emberly, and I'm going to tell him to follow Emberly. And then I'm going to send, another one underneath Willow, so when she comes down, I want him to defend her. And then, did you say there's stairs by the
There's
down
stairs over here, and then there's a staircase right here.
I will send-
Emberly's at the bottom of the staircase.
I will
basically.
send one up to try and get up to Budownik
Yeah.
and have that one defend him. And they're just getting general commands to defend these people. And then Voltaire, is he too far away from any
No,
of them?
he can still they can
Okay.
make it up there.
Then I will keep the remaining ones with me.
Okay.
But the general commands for the ones that are with my party is to defend
Where
them.
would you like to be?
What is around me right now? What am I missing?
Currently, there's probably 60 feet before the closest building to these walls. Really, what's around you is just mass chaos at the moment. There's going to be a lot of people running around trying to. You see like a team that are like propping up the doors, like getting next to the big door. This is not the main entrance. This is a smaller entrance.
Okay. Which
the one you guys came into.
Which staircase is closest to me?
This one's going to be closer to you, barely.
I'm gonna make the choice to head in the direction of Emberly though.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have my people come with me.
Keep
Okay.
the party together.
I'll have you guys kind of just tucked over here then together.
Is this D&D or is this World War Z?
World War Z. There's a
I
girl
pile
like
all
all
of
fucking
stacked
Hitler.
on top of
All
each
of
other.
them
Yeah.
stacked.
And as you guys are here in this moment, what would you like to say?
Last thing,
Shit
literally, as I look over, seeing the mushroom people and having the input from my cohort of compatriots, who I will not call friends, I will brace my shield along the parapet, similar to the other hobgoblins around me, and I will shout in hobgoblin, fire aids the enemy. Do not use any form of ignition against these, and that's.
Great, all I have is fire.
I'll be yelling the same thing in English. In common.
Yeah, definitely. As you guys are kind of yelling this, you do get the attention of a couple higher up guards. who
Spread the word!
seem to kind of
And-
notice you and begin.
I'll also
sharing
say
this
they're
group.
weak, not weak to lightning or resistant to lightning as well.
Perfect. And as you guys kind of say this, one of them stays with you. His name is Nincardo.
Nincardo.
He stays with you.
That's an awesome name.
He's
I
Microsoft
love
Nincardo.
Nincardo.
I'm going to
Ninja. It's
She got it.
Ninja
Did
Ricardo.
it right? Nincardo games? Oh. Microsoft Nincardo. I swear to God.
She was laughing at your shirt, not your joke.
90%. This shirt's amazing.
I love
Let's
the
start
shirt.
with that. Let's start with that. This is the most comfortable shirt on the planet. That said,
Have you ever worn a
Microsoft
muumuu?
Nincardo is the reason I know 90% of the facts that I know. It was a game where you had to like go through. It
This
was
is
like
Nincardo.
it was a.
Hey.
What was it? It was like Minesweeper, but you had to answer questions about random animal and cartifacts and shit. So much fun. I used to listen to Hootie and the Blowfish.
And as you guys sit here and you begin to look
No,
over the
I
wall,
want my friend,
after
no,
a couple
I want
seconds go
your
by,
friend.
you will begin to see about 100 feet away now
I don't want to be with you.
what looks like a fungal army coming at you. And if you look just slightly south of that fungal army, down the wall a little ways, there is another army marching as well.
Towards us?
Not fungal people. These look like regular people.
Can I yell?
They're about 100 feet away from you. And as you begin to
Humanoids,
see
100
that
feet.
these two armies are there,
Battle with
about
the
300 feet behind the fungal army, you guys see a creature you're very familiar with.
Dragolich.
Straggler.
Zuckmoy.
God damn it!
Lorad?
Lorad!
She's gonna run away again! Who
God,
cares?
right? She's just gonna flee.
And you see her floating above her army, and it almost seems like she's controlling them in a symphony.
How far away is she?
About 200, 300 feet. She's pretty far from you guys.
I'm at a disadvantage, but with my longbow, I'm gonna try to shoot an arrow at her.
Go for it. And as you look at the other army, on the horizon behind that army that's a little more south of you, you guys see that green Draco Lich. Riding that green Draco Lich, instead of the Drollgart who you guys had seen before, is a much larger creature. He looks to be probably about 10 feet tall. His legs are probably about 2 feet wide each. He is a tank of a monster. He has the horns of an elk, the face of a lion. He's wearing a chain of skulls around his neck.
Enter Baphomet.
His skin
I
is
fucking hope not.
charred black. It looks like it's been
Bear.
burned all over, and there's blood seeping from his skin. He wears a
Crown of Thorns.
purple fur around his neck and his waist and his hooves.
Yeah, this is fucking Baphomet.
You would know him as Baphomet.
Fuck!
As he is flying on this Draco Lich.
23,
Seems to be staying back.
23 to hit Lorad.
At disadvantage?
I rolled
Okay.
13 and 15.
Let's fucking go!
Plus 10.
And you hit, like, from a miracle shot.
Well, I mean, my range is 600, so it's not a miracle
The
shot.
shot.
Miracle
Just a
shot.
good shot.
That's a miracle shot.
Door.
Just a good shot.
Miracle shot for you.
Thank you.
As you plant that, how much damage is it for one?
Hold on.
As you plant
More
that
I think the only thing
This
that
friend.
arrow
the only thing that would make
right
us more
into
insane
the
is if our
side
fucking cycles lined up.
of Zuxmoy,
6.
So,
and you give her 6 points of damage. You watch as there's a little moment of like she notices it.
Wait, hold on. I think I get radiant damage with that too.
yeah.
Divine Smite. Yeah, Divine Smite.
Pump it in.
Sorry.
Pump it in.
And it's not radiant, it's lightning. But it's a D8.
P1P.
Pump it up.
And
Pump it
that
up.
is 8, so 4.
Yeah.
So 10 total.
Yep. And as you strike Zuxmoy, can't see really well what happens, but she yanks it out of her arm, looks at it, and as she snaps it, her eyes, the black holes that they are, from the distance you guys are at, almost focus right in on you. And you watch her army begin to push towards the wall. Here's how we are going to do this, because we are in warfare and
Combat.
essentially.
Bitches.
He said war.
War.
a battle, if you will. You guys are currently surrounded by probably close to 40 to 60 hobgoblins and humanoids who are helping you guys in this battle right now. I'll pull out some of them so it looks a little more
Convincing.
convincing.
God, I'm so excited for this, Topher. Let's go to war with my people! Yes!
Fired up, bitch.
I'm fired up! That guy's been a bad guy like 6 times.
Yes.
Just a reminder.
Is that Rogar? He's dead.
He's dead.
Wow, way to put that knife in my heart.
And you guys are right down there by the
All these people are bad
staircase.
guys. These are all bad guys.
Wait, are these
No.
citizens?
Can we insight check our army?
Our army? Are they gonna turn on us
Right.
immediately?
Sorry, what'd you ask?
Are these all citizens next to
These
them?
are all citizens or people of the
Hobgoblins.
city.
Proud hobgoblins.
By the
Yeah.
way, Lowride is resistant to fire and lightning.
Yep,
And
I
has a
Shout
high
that. Why are you
charisma.
whispering it? Shout
And has
it.
a high charisma.
Wait, no, it's.
I do the
she's
lightning
re-
innately.
she's-
It's worth
she's
adding
resistant
anything.
to fire only. It's her minions that are resistant to lightning,
No.
but they can take
No,
damage.
she's resistant
also
to lightning.
resistant
We're gonna pretend the
Get your
door's-
life together.
Right.
And she has a
We're
high
gonna pretend the
charisma.
door is
Just a heads up.
Chris, right? She's resistant to lightning.
And fire.
We would know that.
I
Yes.
thought it was
I would know that. No,
cold
she's-
and lightning. Her minions were resistant to, but they could take fire damage. But she does not. She's resistant to fire.
She's resistant to fire
Strange
and
message
lightning
written
and cold, I
here in a
think.
language I can't understand.
She's resistant to a bunch of
Appreciate
things.
it.
Strange.
See a group of people
Yeah,
down here at the
fire,
door.
lightning.
Okay, but her
Good
minions
charisma.
we can hit with fire.
What is this?
P.S. The door is going to be closed, whether it looks like it or not.
I know this is the library.
Perfect. Stage is set. So you guys, as a group, are going to have to make some battle checks for me. Is how we're going to kind of do this, and then I'm going to make one for the rest of the warriors here. So as the first wave of people comes crashing into the wall, they don't seem to be doing much damage. You're watching as all these hobgoblins, you guys included, are all just firing arrows, throwing whatever magic you would like to throw at this. Really, the first couple waves of these seem to be pretty manageable up until that second or third large wave hits. And you start noticing that it's going from human-sized things to much larger creatures are now battering this wall.
She's resistant to fire and lightning.
You guys look just to your south, and you watch as there are now boulders being slung from the outside at these guys from the Southern Army. I need you all to make attack rolls for me as a group, real quick.
Attack rolls?
Whatever you'd like to attack with. If you're using a magic where I
Toss
need
life dice.
to do something, let me know. If I need to roll, let me know. You will be marking these off. I have a certain amount of waves written down for this battle, and you guys are essentially defending at this point.
I want to keep attacking low.
I was never brave enough to approach this situation, so applause. to you.
And
As you hit Lowride that first time, she moved back to the back of her ranks. She is not attempting to get towards you.
How far away is she?
She's probably right at your brink, right at that 600 feet. If you were to shoot another time, you would guess that she's going to just kind of move outside of your ranks. You do have one more shot on her, though, if you would like.
I would take that shot. Because my
okay,
focus
I would
immediately
pass.
was on.
Yeah.
My goal in sending 3 to him was to cast haste on him to give him an extra attack.
Okay. Perfect.
And instead of attacking, can I cast a spell like a buff on somebody?
You can.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith
Perfect.
on Budownik.
Your AC up by 2. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws, and you get an extra attack.
Oh.
your rank is down.
Okay, so Shield of Faith on Budownik.
Yeah, so you get 2 points of AC.
Hell,
But it's a concentration.
fuck
so
yeah!
when I
Mine's
break
also
that, then-
concentration. So you really what you're doing is helping me help him.
Mm-hmm.
Very appreciative.
And then am I able to do the same thing as cast a spell?
Yep.
Excellent. I'm going to move down a little bit and move over. I'm going to cast Magic Circle on the opening of the door.
Okay. Nice.
And I would also, with my bonus action, throw Alfred down just literally at the corner of the door. If it gets breached, he is to just unload his force blasts continuously until he dies.
Perfect.
Am I able to get to anything? I could shoot something over the wall.
You would notice that these people at the door, you're watching the door bend in, fold, and they're like sitting there just waiting for it to break to fight at this point.
I will hold. Then I will hold Chill Touch, and once that door opens, I want Chill Touch to hit the first thing that comes through the door, and I got a 19 on that.
Okay, perfect. And what did you roll? You rolled a.
I don't have to roll anything.
Oh yes,
spell on him
you
for 3.
put a spell on him. You rolled a.
I put a spell on
That one.
Nat 1.
Oh, God.
you. Wow.
You stopped him in his tracks.
At the range that it's at,
Everything we gave you.
at the range that it's at, that fire, you don't even see where you're fucking.
I didn't even get to roll a disadvantage. I just rolled an out.
Yeah, it's gone. You don't know what happened. And as you kind of watch that, your bow like launch off, you see as Zuxmoy seems to be like kind of moving around in the back for ranks, probably just now out of reach from you.
For my magic circle looking down, what am I seeing? Are they fiends?
They are fiends.
Cool, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose my creature type of fiends. So for this circle, a creature can't willingly enter this cylinder by non-magic means. If the creature tries to use teleportation or interplanar travel to do so, it must succeed a charisma saving throw. And they also have disadvantage on attack rolls against targets within the cylinder, because it's right there at the door.
Yeah.
And then targets within the cylinder can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by any
So you
creatures.
have disadvantage
Love
against the door?
And this lands for an hour.
Yeah, okay, that's perfect.
Wait, do I get an extra attack because of the spell he gave me?
Yes.
Even now?
Yes.
So are we taking this as like a full turn?
Yeah, we are
Then I
taking
get
turns right
2
now.
arrows at her. Was she already gone after the first one
Shots,
though?
do we roll initiative?
We will in a second.
Yeah, I was wondering. Yeah, I
I'm going to
wasn't
give
sure.
you one more fire at him.
Okay.
And then I'm going to tell you what everybody else is
The
doing.
army is doing.
Yeah.
This is Helm's Deep, guys. This is Helm's Deep.
15.
With a 15, you miss. And as you kind of fire back, the first wave of creatures that has entered underneath you guys on this wall starts to climb the wall on top of each other. You are seeing rather deformed bodies that have been mutated in some kind of fungal, algal manner. A lot of swelling and bubbling, a lot of oozing. As you're watching the hobgoblins and humans and elves on the wall begin to slaughter them, most of their blood is not red. It is like a dark ooze that is seeping from their body and down the sides of the front of this kingdom. They rolled well enough that on their first turn, you are going to see some of them begin climbing over and making their way to the wall as this occurs. I rolled very well with your guys' hobgoblin army as well. So they didn't let any of them over, but there are some, they are now at the top of that wall. We'll go into initiative order real quick. The way I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna have you guys roll a group initiative, where you guys can kind of decide who goes first or whatever, but you guys are all gonna be one initiative order.
Who wants to roll? Not you. You're not allowed. You're out.
And then I'm going to roll an initiative order for the enemy, and I will roll an initiative order
Willow?
for
Anybody have any
the
votes against
city.
Willow?
Go for it, girl.
Can I assist Willow?
What?
Oh, fun stuff.
2.
I cast guidance on Willow.
Hey,
And I
fuck face. Guess what I would roll?
20?
17.
Fuck.
Well, you didn't
This is
speak
the
up,
first
did you?
time in any
I know,
campaign.
right?
Did you?
What
You
did you guys roll?
didn't say shit. We rolled a 2.
Okay.
Hell yeah!
So 4.
We're reactive,
total.
not
Oh yeah, 4
responsive.
for initiative. Thank you.
Chris, as my final action, after I miss that shot, I want to put my bow away and pull out my spear or my
I'm
glaive.
also
Perfect.
storing my rod and withdrawing the greatsword.
Yeah, the second I see them like climbing up, I'm like, okay, time to.
Perfect.
And
Yeah.
I will have my staff in hand.
Okay. So the Hobgoblin army,
Fuck your
the town's army rolled the highest initiative, so they're going to go first. As they're seeing these waves begin to push them, with a 9, they're not going to do very well as the door below begins to bend and begins to break in places. It's not quite broken yet, but it does not look like it's going to make it for a whole round. Panic begins to set in the general that is up by you guys, Mr. Nincardo. As this chaos is ensuing, you guys,
Just heart beating through the chest.
as you guys are watching the army begin to climb up, one person, a hobgoblin, gets pulled down over the wall, and you just hear him fall into a screaming horde of essentially zombies.
What do the mushroom people sound like? I'm curious as to what that sound at the gates is.
Yeah, I would imagine a lot of like nothing
Terrifying.
audible. Right?
That'd be terrifying.
Nothing audible. It is just an army of like climbing up. You will hear an army. The army south of you guys is a little different. They are humanoids.
Are they attacking us as well?
They are, but from the other side.
Right.
So there's probably another
That's
region
different.
of
Hopefully.
city dealing with
They've
them
met
that I
spirit control.
may or may not be making rolls for as we speak.
Oh my god.
But you guys are dealing with this wall.
You're not allowed to use our
But you
dice.
can hear the loud screams coming from the outside of the wall on the southern side of that army. Much different than the gurgling grossness that you guys are hearing. However, next up is going to be you guys. So who's going first and what are you doing? As you are watching now the fungal creatures make it up to the top of the wall and begin plucking off soldiers.
They're there. Would I have released my action at this point? That one I did?
The
Chill touch.
the wall has not broken down yet, the gate. From being down there, you know it's probably only got 10 seconds. Like, it's pretty close to being
that's
done.
the whole turn.
Right. You got one whole turn.
Okay, so I'd have to hold that action then, right?
You can hold that action, or you can wait till your next
Would
one.
I be able to redirect it to one of the people popping up over the top?
You can, yeah.
I would like to
definitely.
release that then.
Yeah, perfect. What are
that-
you doing?
I am going to go ahead and hold my Willow's Embers
Okay.
for Emberly to come in afterwards.
Okay.
And it's 100 feet, so I'm aiming for a straight line of any creatures who are aiming for the door.
Okay. And that's a saving throw on my part, right?
No, I rolled a 19 to hit.
Oh, okay. Alright, perfect. Emberly, I'm assuming you are following suit. You guys are holding that for the door to...
For her Phoenix Tornado, yeah, to stack attack
Okay.
my Willow's
So you want to wait till the door folds? Or
Well,
you do
no.
that on the outside?
Well, if I hold it and then she attacks with her
Yeah.
Phoenix Tornado, then we can do it.
Okay.
So it has to be at the end of her turn that we do it.
Okay, that's fine. I was just wondering who you were attacking or what you were attacking. Entities coming over the
100
wall?
feet.
Or...
Yeah, things because I'm pretty much going to be aiming like.
Yeah,
the whole
perfect,
thing.
perfect. You guys are a little far from each other now, so you guys had a...
We didn't have a length of time for where we were.
Yeah, so I will let you guys maneuver where you like, if it's on you. Emberly, you're at the bottom of the stairs and you're floating up here. So to do your guys' spell, I believe you guys gotta be semi-near each other, right?
I love false light.
Or you can just do it from whatever.
Good.
Fucking do
Because
so
good.
hers is 100 feet, mine's 100 feet.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, perfect.
Cool.
Works
So
for me.
then what happens then is that any creature within 100 feet
Any creature within 100...
that I do the spell for.
Yeah, so what's going to happen is you're going to watch as Emberly is going to make an athletics check for me and throw her embers to you. You get advantage on this, by the way, because it's your spell that you're well aware of.
Yo thing.
Yeah.
Yo, thing.
We've
This your
trained
thing.
in the temples for this.
11.
Oh god.
11?
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm putting this at a flat 10 for these.
Oh, nice.
First
There you
wave.
go.
It'll get increasingly harder. Yes, so Emberly manages to barely get her hot ashes to you. And as she does, you manage to, basically airbend those ashes into a flaming tornado, which you put out front of the wall and just start raining hell on people. Nazlith, as creatures are coming over the wall, you are just chill touching them one by one.
Do I roll damage?
I throw them.
I'm letting you guys just succeed or fail. basically, right
Okay.
now.
So my 19
So
succeeded.
you're gonna watch as you probably eliminate a good 3 or 4 of them with
Okay.
your chill touch. You probably got a whole line of 10, 20 individuals.
So they're gonna be knocked prone and set aflame.
Correct. You're watching them.
I've got you.
You're watching them blow up on the ground, essentially,
Cool.
turning into flames. Who down? Or Voltaire.
Freud.
I'm going to go over and looking for someone to chop. I don't see anyone yet, so I'm going to stick my head over, and I'm going to use my draconic breath and just
Yeah.
Good.
right along the line of the.
Perfect. And you're right above the door, so you're watching these people hit the door, and that's who you're targeting.
Yes.
Roll your attack.
You have to roll safe.
Perfect. What is the save?
It's a dex of 15.
I rolled a flat 13, so we're gonna fail. And you very easily take out
damage.
a group of people that are pushing on this door. It gives the door probably another round to stay afloat.
Well, they also can't get past if they're fiends.
Yeah, don't forget
until
the
your
magic circle.
Yeah, until your magic circle is out of there.
For an hour.
Yep. Or things happen.
Or things happen.
Or Chris says, "Fuck you."
Right.
The second wave begins to come up to you guys.
I would like to.
Oh yeah, you
Sorry,
didn't
go
go.
ahead.
Oh,
I am
goodness.
going to.
Wow, we're just gonna skip it.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm going to use my only 4th level spell, and I'm going to, in a wide arc that covers 300 square feet, 20 foot high.
Damn.
I'm just going to wave my hand across. I'm going to drop my greatsword for this one.
Yeah.
And I'll pick it up at a subsequent time. I'm going to, God, this
Good
is
luck.
great. I'm going to wipe some of the sweat across my fellow hobgoblins, take that water, and make a wide arc around like a secondary ring around, because I notice my friends are focusing on the gate.
Right.
I'm going to do the area behind them. I'm going to cast Ice Storm at 4th level, and it is it's 2d8 bludgeoning and 46 cold. So damn.
Yes.
On the outside ring of wherever I can see them, and I'm just gonna arc it around in a nice little secondary damage.
Yeah, perfect. And as you arc that,
Sorry,
we're gonna
it's
say we
it's
put it
a-
about 20 feet out on the other side of the
DC
magic
17.
circle, and in the back. Yeah, no.
False life dice.
Fucking thank you.
As you are watching your allies kind of char the front side of the wall, you throw up your magical wall and just absolutely disintegrate a whole row of them.
Winter's coming.
Probably close to 20 fungal individuals you watch just plop on the ground. For the first wave, by the way, you guys won that first wave. They are going to get increasingly harder. And as you win that first wave, having only lost one member of the army, the sergeant, noticing that you guys are kind of stepping up and trying to figure shit out, standing next to you, Budownik, what are they? What are we doing to hold them off? This
No
is not going
fire.
to
No
work.
fire at all. Zero fire. Spread the word as quick as you can. Lightning, not exactly effective, but if you have to, do it. But zero fire. Make sure everybody knows.
He says after we just cast a giant fire tornado.
Yeah, we
Don't
did.
worry about it.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
we cast some fire. It worked.
Yeah, okay, you're doing
We did-
basic people at the moment.
She gave me her embers.
They're humanoids.
And he kind of looks
non-dead.
back at you. We've already told everybody about the fucking fire. They're coming pretty strong right now, and they got more waves to go. There has to be a way to deter them.
You're going to want to destroy the queen lady.
And the
She
king
runs
and the
all of
prince.
them.
And the prince. Aim
Okay.
for the prince and the queen.
The two main enemies are the spearhead of this army.
And as he kind of
real.
flips up, they are way off in the back.
They're
and
really
there's-
far,
There's
yeah.
some time to have before
They're not
these
coming close anytime soon.
Defend the gates.
individuals make it up to
Defend the
them.
gates.
Hold door.
Hold on.
Hold the door.
Hold on.
So now we will go back to
Got
the top of the round to the town, who rolled a 4, not great. Okay, with this second wave, the shadow assassin that you guys happen to deal with inside of that cave,
Yeah.
right after
Is he here?
Downick, you actually see a couple of them in this wave coming at you guys. Almost seems to be like they are the generals of their certain factions that are pushing. You guys specifically have 2 of them coming up to your guys' wall, along with another 40 or so fungal creatures that are now making their way up the wall. You watch as one of the shadow creatures, as he reaches towards you guys and takes his turn, he is going to get rid of your magical circle.
Fuck off!
As they direct their army to push the door.
Okay.
What a piece of shit.
I'll do it again.
What a fucking piece of shit.
I'll do it again.
Do it again.
Do it again.
Fucking
With their attack, the door is not going
You know
to
what?
quite break
Nothing else.
just yet on this
their
turn.
action.
However, you will watch as another 3 hobgoblins on top of the wall lose their lives to different ways. One of them gets shot with an arrow and kind of falls off the back and is now on the ground in the courtyard. As you watch 2 more get plucked off the front. One of them right next to you, Voltaire, right after that magical circle was demolished.
It's
You
okay.
guys begin taking a little more heavy casualties on this round. What are you guys doing?
Seeing that my magical circle was vamoosed, I'm gonna put another magic circle right back. I'm gonna drop down low, go in, throw magic circle again, right back at it.
Have they gotten to the door
Oh
yet?
my god, dude.
They haven't. There is a group of them at the door at the moment, but
Do you know what the number 1 and number 2 names of 1990 were?
What?
For men?
Chris and Mike, I'm
Chris
sure.
and Mike.
Uh,
Mike was number 1,
gosh.
Chris was number 2.
You guys are
Isn't
basic.
Matthew like
We're
number
fucking
4?
big. Matthew's number 3!
Really?
I'm not joking you.
I like how
it
you
says it
didn't.
right here.
You didn't even look down at number 3
No,
before
no,
you're
no,
like, Chris and I are besties.
Google-
You're like, oh
Google
yeah,
said-
Matthew's there
Google
too.
said Michael was number 1, Christopher was number 2.
And you couldn't look one.
No, I
You
clicked
guys
on
are
it
the
and
top
that's
three.
So
number 3.
Willow, as you
Yeah.
make your attack and you put your circle back down
It's gotta be here.
where it used to be, you watch as many of these fiends almost disintegrate into thin air.
Perfect.
New basic.
As the 2 leaders at the front begin directing their armies away from that circle again, and they begin climbing the wall a second time.
Okay, and then as a bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and move myself to wow, Voltaire. Thank you. I'm gonna touch Voltaire, and I'm gonna go ahead and holy weapon his. What do you got? No,
Your glaive.
actually,
Glaive.
never mind. I'm not going to, because he's not gonna use it. So I'm not doing any bonus action.
Okay.
I appreciate the thought, Willow.
I looked at
I
him
know
and I
what
was
you're
like,
thinking,
no.
but
Emily,
I'm good.
Emberly,
No.
what are you doing?
I'm
That's
gonna get
fine
my-
for me.
the pillars and face towards the door.
Oh, these pillars?
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah.
You're gonna hold an action or anything?
Yeah. With my crossbow.
You're gonna hold a crossbow?
Yeah.
Okay, and Emberly gets down and starts preparing for the wall to be broken. Looks like it's gonna happen
The wall
very
or the
soon.
door?
The door.
door.
What are you doing, Nancy?
How far am I away from the door?
You are approximately...
Magic circle.
You straight up have an army.
I know. They are to protect me and attack anything that comes at me.
You are 60 feet from the door.
I'm gonna stay right where I am, and I'm going to. So last round you said it was about 10 seconds before the door opened, so it's got to be like 4 seconds at this point. So
No, we pushed it back a
She
thought.
keeps pushing down a magical circle there, an anti-magic circle, where she is kind of blasting them away. So every time she does that, the door's gonna last a little longer.
Okay.
Including.
I'll say we both,
Yeah.
Mike and I both.
So the door seems to be lasting a little longer than what
So
it
how
should
is
Good
it
down,
looking
Nick.
right
I don't know
now?
who Mike
be.
is.
It's looking pretty rough.
Some
It looks
basic
like
chump.
one more good
Some
bit is
basic
coming
fucker.
down. You just don't know when that's gonna happen. Because they have temporarily pushed the people off of the door.
Okay. Do I still see people coming over the top then?
Yes.
Okay, for now I'm gonna cast Chill Touch again. I'll roll for that if you want me
Okay.
to.
Yeah, roll for that, please.
Ooh. 24.
Wow, with the 24, as you're watching hobgoblins get yanked off of the catwalk slowly, yeah, you manage to kill a couple of the fungal creatures going up there, probably about 4 of them. And you're not sure, underneath them, there's more of them that are like propping each other up to climb this wall, World War Z style. So you're not sure how many more you got underneath that, but from what you can see, you can kind of eliminate the top ones pretty quickly
Okay.
with that spell. Voltaire, what are you doing?
I. Hold on, I have it right here. Hold on. I'm going to take an action, and I'm going to use Conquering Presence. As an action, force chosen creatures within 30 feet to make a Wisdom saving throw, or they become frightened for 1 minute. Creatures can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turn. So I'm just going to let out a gigantic... And I'm going to try and scare them away from...
Chilling.
Yeah, and as you do that, you let out this treacherous roar. You guys have not heard Voltaire sound this way at any point in time.
I simultaneously shit and come in my pants.
As Voltaire
I smell it.
unleashes this roar,
Seaman.
Voltaire, you will notice that no one in this army seems to bat an eye at you.
Interfere.
Baphomet.
Uh,
Hit like.
Interfere, guys. Interfere.
well, that's all I can do.
Budownik, what are you doing right
I
now?
am going to. Has the door fallen?
No.
No.
Okay. I am going
Gotta pay
to
attention.
paying very close attention to where the mushroom, fungal, algae folk are at and where the humanoids are at. I am going to go against everything I said, and I'm just gonna lob a fireball.
Oh, yeah, at least.
Okay. So throw your
And bonus
fireball.
action if I can pick up my greatsword.
Yeah.
I'd give them to her.
Fireball. It's a dex 17.
But it's a
Oh, okay. Has anyone used? Okay, perfect.
Into the humanoids, specifically avoiding
The humanoids are pretty far. How far can you throw a fireball?
150 feet.
I mean, that's probably gonna be out of your range.
Oh.
They're unlike the southeastern edge of town where you're on the northeastern edge of town, right?
Gotcha.
So you
Okay.
guys,
They're not the immediate
Can
threat.
I retcon that then?
yeah.
Okay, I will throw a shatter. Same level, third level shatter, con save 17, 48 damage. To just the immediate area in front of whoever's attacking the door, but I do not want to include the door in the damage.
Yeah, perfect. I need to roll.
Con 17.
All right, we are fucking up. You blast them. What was the spell?
Shatter, thunder.
Okay. Yeah, you blast them, and you watch as this thunderous crack lets out in front of the door as people who are getting ready to make their way into the circle don't even get a chance to as they are collapsing around the front of this door.
Come on, guys, we got this. We got this. We fucking got this.
How many waves do you think we got? We got 4,
7.
5, 6, 7
Well,
waves.
you won that one.
We got through one.
It's only
Unscathed.
9:20. We got time.
I'm going to need. It's only 9:20. I'm going to need Budownik, Voltaire, and Willow to roll dexterity saves for me.
Yes. Oh wow. You ready? You ready?
Yeah.
Rolled 2, total 13.
15.
11.
11. So the 14 was to beat.
Who's
Damn.
my daddy?
So Voltaire and Budownik, you guys are up there throwing magic after magic. Each of you is going to get hit with 2 bolts. As you look down at either your chest, your wings, your hands, two very large bolts are going to pierce you guys. You guys are going to take 12 points of piercing damage and 9 points of necrotic damage.
Would my people try and leap in front of them at all?
Ooh.
You can let them.
Meat shields.
Meat
shields.
You can let them make dexterity checks as well.
Except for me.
They get +3 if they're within 10 feet of me.
Yours would be?
One of them gets +3.
I could
Okay.
have fucking.
That's for saves or checks.
For saves.
Actually,
This is a check.
Oh, it's a check.
Because he's not being targeted. If he's being targeted, it's a save.
wait,
So what
wait,
do you
wait,
want me
wait,
to-
wait, wait, wait.
So dexterity check.
Correct.
How many friends would you say that I have in front of us?
Okay, this one is for Bedownik.
Friends of you?
Yeah. friends
Nat
of me.
20 for Bedownik.
Yes! I'm sorry.
And then Voltaire.
Nat 20s are my favorite, guys.
Nat 20 for
Yes! Yes! Woo!
7 lucky dice.
7 lucky dice. Ladies and gentlemen.
So
That
the
was
way we're gonna
beautiful.
play this out is
Woo!
God! Yes!
That was good. That was good.
there's a certain point where Nazlith gets a sort of like sixth sense with her undead creatures as she sees the two bolts fly by you and you dodge them. Looks over at her creatures who then very quickly jump in front of both of you guys.
Nope.
Voltaire, the one that jumps in front of you takes both of them fully, and you watch as he hits the floor and you're kind of like picking him up. He's got two bolts,
game.
one in his head and one right in his stomach.
That's
as he
good
kinda looks
job,
at you
buddy.
like,
Let me
"Yeah."
just
How
dust you
many
off.
points of damage?
It was 9 points of necrotic, which I think they can avoid. I'm not sure.
Let me double
And
check
then it
that.
was
12
12
piercing.
points of piercing. For you,
They're only immune to poison.
Good
So,
job, okay.
so what was it again?
Nine,
total
12,
is going to be
21.
21.
21.
For Budownik, the one that jumps in front of you, Budownik, he jumps a little too close, your little last second, and unfortunately you and him both get pinned together as he kind of falls on the floor, and you got this undead being on you. You're only going to take half damage, so is he.
Is he
so
prone?
he's going to take 10 damage, and you'll
12
take
points of
10
damage.
10 damage each.
10 damage each.
Is he prone then?
And no, he is now standing there with an undead being. He's got one in his shoulder and like one hit a guy's arm and kind of just barely makes your arm to a point where you can get him out, but you're like trying to push this undead thing off you.
Wait, I don't. Not that close.
It's so weird. I love it.
It's leaking on me. Is this the one that you thought, or is your dad?
No, it's not that one. That one is with Umberly.
Gotcha.
I have names for them. I'm keeping track of all this, so I get their
Secret.
hit points right.
Perfect. And you guys will watch as the spellcasters on the ground again zap your magical
I can do this, soldier bitches.
shield away. And you watch as a horde of them begin swarming the door.
Hodor.
Now it's the group's turn.
Our us.
You guys,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
I was like, there's a couple groups here.
Yes, there are a couple groups. That was just the enemy's group, so now it's actually the town's turn first.
Natural 20.
They rolled a natural 20.
Yes! Woo! God damn it!
Fuck!
20's looking pretty hot tonight. Love those double digits.
You watch as nobody from the town is going to
Hell yeah.
Let's fucking
dodge
go!
around as
Hell
they
Let's fucking
yeah.
go!
seem to step it up in a different gear.
Ashley's making a comeback.
However, you will watch that although they are stepping up into a different gear, it's getting more and more serious as the armies begin to climb up. There's still not quite a view to the end of this as you kind of look out after killing what seems like a couple hundred individuals by this point. A couple hundred. A couple hundred individuals by this point. And you look out into the fields and there's just wave after wave coming. At this point, Zuxmoy seems to be off kind of towards where the other army is.
What's the range?
Yeah, how far away are we talking here?
Yeah.
Within range or without?
Right.
Yeah.
400 feet.
God Damn it.
Wait, she moved even further back?
No, she moved closer actually.
Yeah, that's close. She was
600.
600. She was 600.
Oh,
before.
600.
She was at
Fuck.
300. I
about-
attacked her. She moved back, and now
She's
she's.
moved to the
okay.
back for ranks. Now she's moved. She's kind of pushing with her rank. And you will also see Baphomet flying around south side of you guys. He almost looks like a fly from your view at this point. He's a couple thousand feet away. What are you guys doing? We'll start with the twins.
I'm gonna cast Mirror Image on myself and cast 3 illusionary duplicates on me.
Nice.
And so, like, if I get hit, I roll to see if it hits me or one of my duplicates.
Right.
Nice.
What are you doing, Willow?
I am going to say, fuck you!
Before she does that, I want to stop her and be like, "Let me do this one. You do something different. This is all that I can do right now."
Well, I mean, we are technically close together, so I will.
Yes.
Fine!
Fuck you, fine.
No one's fucking the shit.
I can help a little bit. There's not much else I can do. I think you might be a little bit more helpful.
Alright, so then what I'm going to do then instead is that moi is going to go ahead and do la 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 la. Let me read this. This spell is so confusing. Thinking of hallow. Okay.
Sacred ground.
I'm gonna go ahead and move myself to drop down with levitate to in front of said door. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. I'm gonna go ahead and touch the ground. I'm going to go ahead and have my wind then create a circle about myself. And I'm going to go ahead and cast Hollow.
You're touching the ground, you
The ground, yes. Hollow. So. Alright. First, celestial elements, fays, fiends, and undead cannot enter this area, nor can such creatures charm, frighten, or possess creatures within it. Any creatures charmed, frightened, possessed, or by such creatures are no longer frightened, blah, blah, blah. Second, I can bind an extra effect to this area by doing... I'm going to do... What's the one?
What's the name of this spell?
This is called Hallow.
Hello.
I'm going to go ahead and do... Where is it? Where is it? I'm sorry.
Don't give her time penalties because I interrupted her train of thought.
I know, this is a lot.
That wouldn't be fair. That wouldn't be fair. She was ready.
I know, thank you. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to go ahead and do this where it's energy vulnerability, which is that affected creatures in the area have vulnerability to one damage type of my choice, except for bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. So I'm going to have them be vulnerable to the effects of lightning,
Fire.
and fire.
No,
just fire.
Just fire. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Vulnerable to fire in this area.
Yeah.
So,
How big is this spell?
It is 60 feet from where I'm touching.
So is that just in front of the door?
In front of the
So
door.
if they pass through the door, they'll take fire damage?
Yeah, so when a
they'll be
creature
Okay.
that would be affected enters the spell area for the first time, and starts its turn there, it must make a charisma saving throw. And if it's not a success, they're not affected by it.
Oh.
So it's a
But,
gamble.
yeah,
It's a good spell, though. That's awesome.
It's a great spell.
it lasts for 24 hours.
Hell yeah, it
Oh,
does.
sick.
24 hours of fucking get the fuck.
It's hallowed ground at this point.
Now we just gotta pull a Ramsey bolt and then stay behind the walls.
Yeah.
And hope they don't have a giant.
Fingers crossed they don't have
So
giants.
any
Right.
fiends, celestials, elements, fae, undead cannot pass the area mainly.
And you're putting that right in front of the wall.
Right in front of the fucking wall, 60 feet, my dude.
But it's also inside the wall, though, right?
Yeah, and so it's inside. So where I'm
14.
starting from, and then 60 feet out from me.
Is it cone like out or is it diameter?
Sphere.
sphere.
So it's in and outside the wall. Perfect.
You,
Sick.
it ignores
Spells like
the
that get so much
effects.
better at this level.
The effect
We're
I
doing the
gave
fire
it
thing. I'm sorry.
is energy vulnerability. Affected creatures in the area have vulnerability to 1 damage of my choice, except for bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, and I chose fire.
Okay. Perfect. Holy or unholy?
Holy. I am a holy being.
Perfect.
And I want to go against unholy since I am holy.
You will notice that as you put this spell down into the earth in front of the door, it illuminates this area with a very bright light. And as soon as that happens, you watch many of the fiends almost like turn back away from how bright this light is, in almost a deterrence. It almost looks painful in its own right.
I
for
say,
them.
you shall not pass!
Yes.
My hands on the ground.
Debbie gets that now.
She does.
I've seen the movie.
She should.
It was good.
And as you do that, yeah, you would get this recognition of that holy They're not going through that. Fuck you!
Yes.
No.
So they can't even pass through it.
Pop this bitch,
Your
guys.
turn.
I don't even need to cast
Pop
Magic Circle now. That was 6 spell.
Kimberly, what are you doing?
I already went.
Yeah, she did the illusion.
Nazlith, what are you doing?
What's going on at the door then?
The door is on the verge of breaking. You
So
would have
it's
noticed it's still holding. They seem to have managed to keep everyone away from it at the most part. They're doing a pretty good job defending the door, more so than the wall itself, as hobgoblins kind of get pulled off. However, keeping the door closed is rather important.
Okay, well, since they're holding that, I'm just going to keep shooting Chill Touch up at the top till we deal with that burst.
Definitely.
So I'll
Definitely. What are you doing?
25. I'm really so
Yes!
bad
Yeah.
with dice.
Dice, baby.
Dice.
7 lucky dice tonight.
Yeah.
7 lucky dice is really good.
7
Yes.
lucky dice.
Yes.
I'm gonna say, well, I wasn't going to cast another Magic Circle, but it seems a little unnecessary now.
Sorry.
So I'm just gonna start swinging my glaive in like my 10-foot radius. Like,
Yeah.
Window wiper.
yes.
We're just going to be making general. Just
Get
make
out.
an attack roll for me.
Okay.
Get out of
here.
Daddy said no.
That's a nat 20.
Yes!
Oh
Woo!
my
Fucking that 20!
This is a good night. It's
And
a good night.
that was false life dice.
False like dice is in favor of us
It
tonight.
was his Voltaire dice.
It was
God!
false dice.
Yeah.
We're doing so good. This is
Yeah.
a good night.
Chris is
Chris
Shit,
saw us going
he's
in
like,
totally
you know
different
what?
direction.
Fine. You want to play?
Hey, you guys are kicking my ass. I set up some basic rules for a war fight, and it's
Yes! It is in our favor tonight, baby.
I don't think you planned it bad. We're just nat 20 like
You
crazy.
guys are doing phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's a little
20,
stupid.
not 20, not 20.
I passed this. This is
Not
supposed to be
20.
rounds, so it's like you guys take a round, maybe they take a round, maybe you take a round. You've taken all the rounds.
Is this rock, paper, scissors? Have we basically won already?
Yeah.
You're very close. We'll say about halfway.
Oh my god, guys, we can do this.
I believe in us.
I believe everything called up.
Ooh, good.
Did you all take a turn?
Put down a
Got him. I am going to,
I couldn't help myself.
I am going to just pull out the three stones from my pocket and just cast them into the bulk as fast and as hard as I can with a catapult.
Good point.
It's an attack roll on my part.
Perfect.
Sorry, look, my iPad just died, so I have to go back to my phone.
Wow.
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 Anyone watch that new Loki show?
18 plus
Wow.
9.
So good.
27 to hit.
Yeah,
Wow.
hits.
3 magic stones that I'm just launching with catapult as hard and as fast as I can.
Yep.
It's like at the level that I'm at, it's wait for it. Got it.
Got him.
Got him. It's 48 plus
Yeah, that's fine.
I
As,
got it.
plus
as you
1d6 plus 4.
as you throw these stones, each one of them, as there's kind of chaos underneath you, and it's just mass of bodies coming up towards you, it's fairly easy for you to pluck a couple of them at a time with per stone. As you probably take 6 of them
5
out with 3
birds,
stones.
two birds with stone.
Exactly.
5, 3, 2, 1.
I had to dial it
3.
back.
That'll learn your turn. Next up will be the town.
What do you got?
not good.
Oh, no, is it not good?
The door's been breached.
Well, it depends on who's it good for.
We're gonna roll the enemy real quick.
Look at his little smirk.
The smirk is.
Yeah.
Smirk means
Because I've had some rolls that I've wanted to do, and I've just been rolling so bad. So as you guys are watching these catapults hit the ground in front of you, you're beginning to realize that these catapults are not exactly like rocks or something. It's almost like they're catapulting like masses at you.
Biological warfare, baby.
There's a certain point
Biological warfare.
where they begin aiming at the door, and as soon as one of these hits the door,
It's a spear,
yep.
right?
Nope. You watch as a ball of bodies goes through your.
Are they undead?
Through your spell, hits your spell, and has the momentum to hit the door and plow the door over as you watch a bunch of dead beings now scatter the floor in front of you guys as all of your items begin going off due to the door opening. Your spell is still there. They died as soon as they hit. They died as soon as they hit the light.
That is nice.
The momentum,
that carried
the momentum of the slingshot that shot them was able to propel them through that spell and through the door. As you watch a splattering of dead fungal creatures lay at your footsteps,
Nasty.
along with all these other people. There's a certain point where Nincardo looks up at you, Voltaire.
It's not what I signed up for.
I don't know if he's making a mistake yet or not.
Can't tell.
It was
I know.
Budownik. With his intelligence roll, he's going to. Can we get more of the lights that's up at the door? We have a tower we can go throw it in.
Right, you give the orders around here. I'm just a guy. I don't understand. I'm doing everything I can right now. You're the one that holds it. Tell us what to do.
Who has the radiant light?
That would be Willow.
She's too far away from me to
Taking
talk
a
to
piss.
Hopefully we live another.
You just cross me big.
Damn your small bladder, Zoe.
But he essentially puts together that light is helping deter the people from the door, and that he might have a better way of using that in a tower if we can get enough people together.
Right, I'm sorry. I actually just established communications with her again. What was
I
it
have the
that you
radiant
needed?
light.
Yes.
What was it you needed?
You probably hear this as well through all the screaming and everything. The giant amounts of chaos that's happening. The sergeant or general that is up by Budownik has seen your light basically shatter these individuals. He looked at Budownik and basically said, "I have a tower. If we have the power to have enough of this light, we can shine it across our city, and basically create a field of protection if we can come up with the manpower to do that."
Real quick, just from what I understand, is he saying that if we put her radiant light in the tower, it will amplify the effects of her spell?
He's saying that too, in a sense, yes. You would get the hint out of the very quick conversation you're having in between like battles and fighting and like, shit, this is happening. You notice that there's a moment in his head where he's like, if we could get enough of that, I have a place we could use that.
Gotcha.
Me and my sister have radiant light.
Twins to the tower!
And as this is all occurring, you guys will notice that the gate just to your south is going to be the very main entrance. It is now beginning to be broken down. About
How
the
far away
same
is
time
that
your
from us?
guys' did. It's about 800 feet, the main entrance is from you guys. If not, somewhere between a quarter mile
Why are we
and
getting
800
DP'd
feet.
here, man?
Pretty far away.
Penetrated.
As you are watching, this more humanoid army is beginning to infiltrate the city. As you guys seem to be holding your ground just fine. What are you guys doing?
Putting on
As it is your turn.
It's the twins.
I mean, we're gonna.
Well, first off, let's establish what's happening at the door. The door just got broken down. You had something set to trigger when the door broke down.
As soon as somebody comes within range, that is within the range, which is, let me double check. 120 feet of the object, Alfred begins to immediately start emitting low energy radio wavelength bursts that come out as force damage. for the effect of 2d8 force damage.
Okay, so you watch as he begins, Alfred begins shooting these pulses of energy. Boom, 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 boom.
He's literally a dinner plate with feet, by the way.
A dinner
Yeah.
plate with feet.
That's the only thing I could
And
find.
you're watching these forces of energy seem to be just like ripping off limbs
I
of
love
these
it.
creatures as they're coming by. It's not doing a whole lot, but it's doing enough, including your light that is still there.
Yeah.
They're not coming through the door at this present time. It seems like they are kind of figuring out, fuck, we can't do that. We're gonna have to find another way in. There's a moment from the enemy of like, what do we do now? Willow, what are you doing?
I'm gonna look to Emberly, telepathically asking her, shall we run to the tower?
Yes.
And we're both going to book our asses to the tower.
Okay. In seeing this, Nincardo is going to jump off the rails and begin running with you two to the tower. That's going to leave you guys.
Taro running?
I will.
Nataro.
Yeah. That would be
No,
cool. We started watching that, by the way.
Yeah, we did.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty good.
But you three begin sprinting off into the city towards the large tower, which is just behind the statue.
How tall is it?
About 250 feet.
Fuck, I'm
The tower is?
Yes.
It's worth it.
Holy shit.
So these walls you said were like 25?
Yeah.
That is disproportionate.
Wait, how tall is it?
We like
It's about
the thought
200,
to the
250
profits,
feet.
right? Leave us alone.
Is it attached to the wall? Like it's like
No. It's in the
Oh,
middle.
it's in the-
it is
oh.
dead center of the city.
Okay.
This is a part of the city you guys have yet to really go to. You've really only been up to the front part of the city where the statue.
I was
is.
imagining it as like a tower all along the wall.
No, not along the wall. It's
Yeah.
dead center of the city. And as you guys begin running, you guys are going to be down a couple teammates for some rolls here.
Sorry.
Son of a
Beast! I'm out!
And as you guys
Fuck
also
this
start
shit
to
out
running,
Do I lose my
Nincardo
I still have that from you, right? Yeah.
hints to you guys that he needs to grab one more person that he knows of along the way as you guys are running to this tower
Okay.
to help
Daisy just got on.
to help save,
Okay.
basically. So you guys will have a third member that, after a couple rounds of running, you will meet up with. We're gonna say it's gonna take you guys about 6 rounds to get all this, like get to the tower, get up it, and get the guy and begin your guys' spells. So within those 6 rounds, we will start our war rolls.
Fuck!
Now it's going to be
Why would we even do that?
the town.
Because you're smart.
do
you're
we get to do
doing the
anything?
greater good.
Yes, it is your guys' turn still. Sorry.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
My
still your turn.
hologram's there for 24 hours.
Budownik, what are you doing as you watch the Divine Twins begin sprinting off with
I think Nazareth goes
the
before me,
soldiers?
typically.
Any one of you
I
guys
don't
can go, it doesn't matter.
So, are they not trying to come through the door at all now? They're just
Uh,
We're having, I think it's obstructed.
For the first round, it's going to be slightly obstructed by the magic that's Willow left there. There's going to be a certain point where she's out of range.
Okay.
No.
And that magic, never mind. That magic is there for 24 hours.
Yep.
So they're not trying to come through at all.
So they're not
It's
trying to come through the wall at this point. You would start to see them climbing the tops of the walls once again.
Okay, I'm just gonna start shooting the tops of the walls again then, with chill touch.
Okay,
Okay.
and roll.
13. Bound to happen eventually.
Yeah, it just binds to the area.
Yeah.
13's pretty good, but on this round, 13's not going to do much for you.
On this round.
As the rounds continue to get harder and harder.
Okay.
Voltaire, what are you doing?
I'm still just gonna continue with my weed whacking.
Okay. Roll an attack for me.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. What?
What? I just like the thought process you had there.
17.
17's gonna work. As you begin hacking away, these creatures are coming through you. You will notice that the creatures that are now hitting you almost look a little more fresh. These, whereas the previous creatures have been probably changed for a couple weeks, these ones look like they're mid-deformation of, like, almost recognizable in the face. As you are now slashing them off the wall where you stand.
With little sparks of electricity coming out.
Yep. Budownik, what are you up to?
Seeing that Voltaire has a solid grasp of the area immediately above the door, I am going to withdraw my greatsword and start with great flourishes and sweet uppercuts and mad hacking of faces, I will be attacking with my greatsword. 15 on average. Amazing how that works.
That works very well. So with your
perfect.
15, you all begin to, you guys have your like corner of the wall done very well. These soldiers, realizing that this roof is fairly protected, begin climbing their way up here to continue helping with the fight. And I said roof, I meant door.
Oh, I was like,
that the door's fairly protected.
We're very similar.
Yeah,
it's
Roofs and doors.
they're both flat.
I often mistake them.
You
go
watch
through the roof
as,
all the time.
Oh, yeah. As they begin helping there. I rolled the enemies rolls.
So
They
wait,
rolled.
can Willow and I go really fast?
If you have a turn, yes. Well, no,
Okay.
you have to wait your next round. You guys spent this
Damn
round running.
Yeah.
Well, she has.
No, but like you guys.
Oh, we just started
ran.
running.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
continue.
you guys just
Sorry.
started
We
to
apologize.
run.
Yeah.
So
Not
next
trying to,
round, I will hit
tell
you
us
guys up.
everything.
We'll hit you guys.
I will let you know that I calculated your 6 rounds based on dash.
She has dimension door.
Yeah, I can just teleport.
Oh!
If you would like to, how many people can you carry at
There.
once?
Well, one.
One willing creature the same size as me, or smaller.
Okay. We'll have that conversation in a second.
Yep, go ahead.
The enemies all rolled pretty poorly except for one of them. Let's see how your teammates roll. You're gonna lose another teammate as Budownik, one person
Is that
next
person
to you.
within 60 feet of me?
Yes,
I'm gonna use Soul Cage on it.
perfect.
Naz is like, excuse me, just gonna hit that
Yoink.
zone real quick.
Yeah, so I
What's
just.
the roll?
I rolled
Well, can you do that
a
with initiative?
14.
Can I,
It's a reaction.
because I'm surrounded by
Oh,
enemies,
hell.
give a moment of inspiration to them? I forget what it's called. God damn it. Flash of Genius, and add the number of possible enemies up to 5, or possible friends up to 5 to their roll. As I like bat whatever the hell it was away.
Yeah, as
I'm
you are
sorry, I'm
as you
doing-
are like fighting things near you, you watch as one of
I'll
the
take my flash at your
demonoids grabs the person next to you as you do this.
Wait, what?
Flash of Genius.
What
Don't
happened?
spend the spell. Don't spend the spell.
He's saving the one.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm saving one person to keep with us.
Man.
Because you never know how that's
You've got a whole
affecting
army.
our DC.
This is different. This is very beneficial to me. It's like having luck in your back pocket if you want up to 6 times.
I will stop doing it.
And it can heal you. I mean, if you want to, you can, but.
These are hobgoblins. They're my
That's
people.
how your character would act.
They're my people.
There's probably gonna be someone who
We'll say
dies
you go
in front
through
of
it.
me.
You're good. So you spend it, and as he's going down, you manage to tap him. And for theatrics, we will say that you just lop off the arm that is grabbing him,
Right.
and you pull
Watch
him
the
back
tentacle
up.
parts that are incredibly dangerous.
You are watching the hobgoblins on this wall, absolutely terrified at this point of the creatures that are climbing and coming at them. This is a new battle for them. They have not been a part of in their lives.
Feels like there's Mr. Stitch on my feet.
Perfect. We are going to end your group's turn there. I rolled for the enemy already. They rolled fairly poorly.
Good.
One of them rolled well, and that one is going to...
Fuck you, Baphomet. No, his crew is very far behind still.
On the other side of the city.
Humanoids. They're the humanoids.
Voltaire, I need you to roll a... Sorry, I gotta pull something up real quick.
Remember, my dude is
Charisma?
ordered
dude.
to protect him.
Yep.
Charisma? Maybe? I ain't scared of a charisma threat.
Charisma mean. Charismatic mean.
I need charisma.
Charm mean.
I'm not worried about that.
Just charm me.
Show me your femme wiles.
Don't pause me. This is a very important battle.
She's going down.
Whether or not I don't care for making another human.
Roll a dexterity save for me.
No, I don't want to do a dex save.
And your creature can roll a dex save as well. This will be an actual save, though.
14.
That's enough.
How far away are you from me?
4.
I already used my reaction this round.
4 and 14.
Yum, yum.
I know. Basically, just what's
You both are going to get, including everybody within a 20-foot
sphere of you guys, and we're gonna say that it only hits the front, so it doesn't splash down. Literally nobody's in a 20-foot sphere of you. You guys are gonna get crashed with a fireball.
Oh,
Fireball.
no.
Boop,
Oh,
boop,
no.
boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop.
What was the safe throw?
The save was 16.
I just happen to have.
Wait, what kind of buffs did Mike give you?
I'll give you +2 to AC and advantage on deck saves.
Advantage on deck saves, Matthew.
That didn't help.
No.
Oh,
Michael, did you
disappointment.
use your 2 points to AC?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I haven't lost concentration yet. So.
It's a lot of calculation he's doing over there.
I know.
Tone it down there, hotshot.
Yeah, hot shot.
You're gonna take
Take it down, notch. bud.
you're gonna take 38 points of
Fucking
fire
Daddy
damage
says
as you
no.
get crashed on with a flame.
What about my dude?
Same with your dude.
He's down. He is no longer in existence.
As you watch
Wow.
the creature next to you fries out of
The dude is gone.
He's
out
gone.
of plane.
Crispy.
What about the spear that was in his face? Is it still?
Yeah, it disintegrated as well.
Ah.
Just the head of the spear is laying.
I would have
there.
liked to grab it and then throw it, but okay.
Yeah.
That's just flavor.
Right.
That'll end this turn.
Cool.
We'll go back to the top. It's going to be the town's turn. They rolled a 17. Not
Nice.
bad.
Nice.
Not bad.
Nice.
I need you guys to, well, let's figure out what the enemy's going to roll first. Okay, now I need you guys to go about your
Order of
duties.
operations.
Nazlith, what are you doing? As you're watching this scene unfold in front of you, nothing has begun coming through the door yet. It is
Hollow ground.
hollowed ground. On top of that, you have Budownik's little creature,
Paper plate.
Alfred, firing these pulsating shots that seems to be just like ripping limbs off of people as they like run up to the door. It seems to be fairly protected at this point. If you wanted to attack through the door, you
What I
could.
imagine a paper
Or
plate
there
would
are
make.
people continuing to climb the wall.
How close are the people on the outside of the wall? Are they like hanging out like right on the outside of it? How like if the door's right here, are they 5 feet out? Like,
I would say that the spell radius that's right at
60.
the door is 60 feet. So you have about a 60 foot on either side of the door. And
So they're
60
staying
foot out.
60 feet away.
Yeah, they're pretty far
Okay.
away. So you're pretty much watching them climb the sides here mostly, away from that 60 feet. Or you see them about 60 feet out in front of the door, and they're kind of
says
moving
no.
around the magic
no.
at this point.
I'm just gonna cast Chill Touch again. I thought the people were coming out.
Get the people going.
I'm gonna lucky that.
You did officially
I'm gonna
lose
lucky
that
that.
last round, by the way.
It's our first round down, guys. Come on. Our first black eye.
18.
We're fine.
18 succeeds.
Perfect. Thank you, Lucky.
Cause I'm so lucky.
And you're firing that through over the top?
Just trying to get
Yeah,
them.
perfect. Voltaire, what are you doing? You're at a point now where there's really nobody down below you. You've kind of slashed everyone off of the wall that was kind of above that. You either, if you wanted to continue slashing, you need to go to your right or your left about 60 feet. A little less than that because of the dome shape, but you know.
Right.
That's the drunk ego.
Yeah, I'm gonna shimmy along to where I can continue my weed
There
whacking.
it is. Sorry.
Are you going towards Voltaire or the other way?
I
Or Budownik?
am Voltaire. I'm always close to Voltaire.
I'm always close to me.
We'll say you're going towards Budownik.
Yep.
No, I would say no, actually. I want to go the other way.
Really?
Yeah.
What is your distance?
I trust Budownik to hold that side.
Hold the line.
I can move 30 feet.
Okay, so you can get to about there.
Are there enemies there?
Yes. They're going to be to your right, but you could reach them from there.
Then I will start my weed whacking again.
Yeah, definitely. Roll your attack.
Yes.
Wind wiper movements there.
Oh, that's
Are
a
you
one.
looking at us?
Nat one. Yeah, and as you begin slinging your attack, you finally reach some people. You cut one or two people before you feel a hand grab your spear and just yank it in, and you have no choice but to let it go or go with it. And as you let it go, you now watch your weapon kind of disappear into this sea of fungal creatures, and you are now standing there. Divine Twins.
I'm gonna let out a cry that the heavens themselves will shake. No!
Top of the wall.
As you guys hear this,
No!
you guys continue running. I would say that you look back, you're probably about 120 feet away. 120 feet away. As you guys begin trucking it, that is when
Emberly will
Yeah, I want to cast Dimension Door.
Dimension Door us.
do you know where you're going?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I see it?
You can see the top of the tower, yes.
Alright, I wanna go
Nincardo's on the ground. At this point, Nincardo would kind of be telling you guys, hey, I gotta go to this building to grab somebody, and I will meet you there if you want to go.
Is it 500 feet away? Within 500 feet away?
I would say with your guys' running, you still have a little distance to go. I would say your next round, you could Dimension Door. You'll be in range, if that's the range it takes, 500 feet. You'll have to wait one more round.
Okay.
You will notice as you look to the south side of the city, that
South
wall
side?
has been broken. DM has had some bad rolls for that side.
Okay, well, while we're running, then I'm just gonna bonus action because I'm still
Yeah.
I'm gonna bonus action touch because Emberly's in front of me. I'm gonna touch her crossbow and give it a holy weapon.
Okay, perfect. And we will end your guys' turn there, Budownik.
Real quick, can I survey the land and see where the demon lords are at? Within visual acuity.
You are kind of watching as roll a perception check for me.
Not bad. Not bad. Oh, that's a Zachary, which was number 14, in case anybody wanted to know. No, God, it's not as easy. I don't know how you guys survive phones. What do you want?
Perception.
20, not natural.
As you look around, you will begin to notice, Budownik, that the tides are kind of shifting where it seems like the enemy army, now that they have a breach on that south wall, they are heading to that south wall. You're watching as off in the distance, Zuxmoy seems to be gathering her army and beginning to move them there while keeping enough of the army there to hold you guys at bay at the same time as a strategy.
How far from me to the breach?
1,000 feet.
Oh my fuck.
Take the cart.
He's explained this very well.
I will.
I've got. Took me a while, but I got the picture now.
I will, seeing the breach, shout at whichever the name of the sergeant is. He's
gone.
He's gone. I will grab the nearest person to me, grab them by the neck, look them in the face, and be like, "You have the wall. Don't let it fall." And shove them back to the wall, and then I will turn and start running for the breach with full sprint. I can move 70 feet around.
Yeah, it would have been the gentleman that you just saved at that point.
Perfect.
As you kind of
There's
look
one
at
with the
him
breach that's 1,000
in that
feet away.
moment and begin running towards the breach. That'll end your guys' turn.
My dude is gonna try and dash after you.
Yeah, you watch as there's this undead creature like, just coming after you guys.
Pegasus run part
coming
2.
with us? The two guys.
Oh yeah, they would
I'm
have.
splitting the party.
Well, actually,
Yeah, you are.
if you use
Again.
Dimension Door, you leave them
Again.
behind.
Again.
Why?
So
Again?
Wow, I rolled 2 very bad rolls, one for your city, one for the enemy.
Cool, they're both retarded.
So you guys did pretty well on that last one. As you guys continue to defend, you will notice that your enemy seems to be lightening up at this point as they are all shifting towards that far wall. What are you guys doing as you watch Budownik?
Do I see my weapon on the ground?
Oh god.
You can't really see the ground at this point. There is a stack of probably 10 to 20 deep of creatures that are like stacked against this wall. You essentially watched your basically like Simba in The Lion King, who watched his father fall into a canyon and just disappear into the antelopes or the, whatever they were. That's essentially what you're watching. Your sword or your weapon is now being zapped.
But I don't see it. Do I see it?
You would not see it.
Weapon of recall.
I will say at this point, Divine Twins, this is going to be the next round. You guys are at the point where if you wanted to, you too could dimension door up into the tower.
We're wanting to do that.
You're getting within 250 feet of the tower. It's about a 200-foot tower, 500-foot shot at. You guys should be fine getting there at that point.
Okay.
So once
Are you allowing my mirror images to come in?
Not if you're, well,
They're not actually people.
yeah, they're
it's
not
an
actually
illusion
people,
of
so I don't
power.
know. Are they concentration spells?
No.
We're going to say screw it, and yes, they will pop up. Essentially, wherever you pop up, they're going to pop up kind of in that space around you, very similar to how they are now. So you're watching as you guys are all kind of running down the streets together at this point.
What am I seeing where I'm at though?
You guys are seeing, you would be seeing Voltaire kind of looking down in question of like, what the fuck just happened to me, hands up in the air. He seems to be having a moment. Budownik has now jumped off of the catwalk and has begun sprinting after telling this random soldier that he's now in charge of this wall. The twins have ran one way. As you look down towards where Budownik is running, you will notice that the wall is breached. The guards have stepped back probably 100 feet as enemies begin to swerve in and out of buildings.
You said
into
that's
this
1,000 feet
facility.
away?
It's about 1,000 feet away from you guys. And they're coming into the city, so it's 1,000 feet, but colliding, that math adds up a little quicker.
Question.
Yes.
If I were to cast Command, how would that work on a blob?
We gotta try it. I don't know.
If command is one person.
We're not really sure because you haven't done it yet, but yeah, we'll figure out how to adjudicate that.
I know for command is only on a.
Give me my sword!
Okay, fine. I'm gonna cast. God damn it. I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon at 4th level,
Okay.
and it's gonna be in the shape of my glaive. Because you take my glaive away, I'm gonna bring a bigger one back and just gonna fuck you even harder.
Roll your attacks.
Have you seen this sword?
Nazlith, are you attacking or what are you doing?
Do I see enemy stuff?
Yes, I
there?
have.
Yes, coming over the wall, now that Budownik's left, it's left a weaker side over here, and you are now watching as it seems like Voltaire and his little squad over here seems to have things taken care of.
Okay.
On this side, now that Budownik has left, it's a little weaker. You are watching as enemies are beginning to make the climb up and onto the catwalk, essentially.
23 to hit.
23. You are killing it on your side as you take out your
I
blade
want, like-
and you begin slicing down on people with a rage that Voltaire has not shown.
Even if it's
in
not
years.
actually causing lightning damage, I want it to be a spectacle of lightning. Fucking
Yeah.
jolts into the sky, even if it's just fucking imaginary.
Definitely,
Like,
definitely. You can
That's
see
part
it
of
from-
this spiritual weapon.
You can see it from across the land.
Yes.
This bolt of lightning striking down wherever you are swinging this weapon at and destroying these people.
I use lucky again to reroll 17.
17 will do it. As you, 3 enemies manage to get over onto that side after Budownik goes down. You manage to do your duties and eliminate them.
Do I see anyone die in front of me?
You would see undead people, or like the fungal people dying in front
Okay,
of
if
you.
I see like anyone die, let me know because I'm gonna reaction that shit. So let me know if anyone falls within 60 feet of me.
Yeah, let's
Bring
get
me
you
their
your
souls.
group.
I
Wow, your group's rolled 2 2s in a row.
Oh,
So you watch as Budownik or Voltaire begins to swing away. 2 enemies next to
2 friendlies?
Voltaire, friendlies, get yanked off of this side.
Yoink.
And
As they
down
fall,
in.
I'm like, look for my glaive!
As the second one goes down, you watch as a what you would imagine to be an appendage, but it's been like shaped into like a fleshy knife. goes through the chest of the woman standing next to Voltaire and begins to yank down. And that's when you get your moment to cast that spell as you watch her lose her life as she begins falling.
Her name was that.
I will let you capture that. And you did a great job of helping out that side of the wall. Between the two of you and the spells going on at the door, you guys have this wall fairly covered as you are watching people now pour in from the south side. Budownik.
Full sprint.
Full sprint. We're going to say as you take your full sprint, which is what, 128?
No. Not even.
Oh, okay, 60?
70.
70 feet.
Nope, it is 60. I was wrong. It's
Okay.
60.
As you are running towards them, you're watching allies kind of running towards you, along with enemies behind them running towards you, trying to figure out, where their next line of defense is going to be.
With the utmost encouraging attempt to rally my compatriots, I'll just start running and screaming "Hold!" at the same time. Hold! Hold! The city depends on you! Hold!
And you would get to the statue that's in the city. That's about where you guys are going to meet up with. And that's essentially where you are going to hold your line. Divine Twins, as you guys manage to make your way up to the tower using your dimension door, you get there pretty easily. There's no questions asked. The room you guys pop into, you have a whole view of the town. You have a view of everything. You can see the battle going on in the south side of town. As the enemies begin to flood in, it appears that Zuxmoy and Baphomet, riding his green Dracolich, are now marching in, getting rather close to the doors of the city. With about half of their army has made it through that's still alive. You can see your friends off to the north. As they begin to battle and kind of make their way towards the main part of the fighting. When you guys get up there and you kind of give it a good look around, this essentially looks like what would be a
Lighthouse.
It is a tower that's just filled with mirrors, and then on the outsides of the towers, there are gaps that just shoot light out. There's a large candle up here, but obviously that's not the kind of light you guys need for this to work. What are you doing while you're up here?
Well, that was my action, so I can't really do anything else.
Well, I'm guessing we have to wait for what's his face to get there, right?
You are not sure.
Well, he
But
told
he
us.
did instruct you guys that you'll probably need more.
Okay, so then while we're sitting there, I'm gonna go ahead and go to Emberly. I'm gonna touch her face and say "Guiding Winds, sister," and I'm gonna warding bond with her.
Perfect.
Okay.
As you guys begin watching all this happen, I did make a roll for that guy helping you, by the way, and I will disclose that roll momentarily. But it's been sitting here in front of me for a while.
Cool.
Talk about it.
It's not a good thing.
So back to the top of the round. The town rolled a 19. Very good. As they are continuing to defend the wall, it almost looks like the layers of enemies that are coming to this portion of the wall have slowed down to a point where it's sustainable, it's manageable for the people that are there. As Budownik and the rest of you, as you two kind of sit there.
Budownik,
fight
man,
it,
fuck
and
off.
Budownik is darting
Alfred
away.
has maintained his position.
Yeah, Alfred's stuck. He's there until you touch him. What are you guys doing at the wall?
Do I see Lorad? Is she in range?
Being up on the wall, you would see Lorad probably, again, 1,000 feet. She's right at the door, the south gate. It looks like her and Baphomet
The direction
are kind of staying in the back, but entering the town, simultaneously.
After bashing multiple enemies, do I see my glaive?
You don't. I'll let you roll a perception check.
That seems fair. 0.
Yeah, you don't. Unfortunately, your glaive has to be buried amongst the dead somewhere underneath you.
Well, I'm gonna just keep wailing away with my spiritual weapon.
So you're gonna keep fighting at the door. What are you doing?
So the breach was 1,000 feet away, but you said they were all filtering in. How close is that coming to us now?
It's probably within about 700 to 600 feet of you guys. Budownik, I'm going to speed things up a little bit here. Budownik is probably going to be about 200 feet from you guys, as he's probably about halfway to meet the enemy and your compatriots. As you guys kind of get a moment to breathe here, and you guys are now waiting for Nincardo to get up to the tower with you guys and his compatriot.
I will follow 30 feet in the direction of Budownik and have my 3 dudes dash to keep up with me.
Okay.
And once I've reached my 30 feet, I'm going to try and hit whatever enemies are still coming over the wall.
Okay.
So, do you want me to roll for that?
Yeah, you can roll your attacks for me.
Woo, 25.
Fuck yeah!
That's false life dice.
False life dice!
Yeah, you are just annihilating the people coming over this wall with ease. We will break from our initiative order for momentarily. What are you guys doing right now? As you guys are kind of fighting, you're now chasing Budownik. Budownik is now going off to help the rest of the town with the breaching issue. The twins are up in the tower. You probably don't have too much time left before shit hits the fan.
Duly noted. Good sir.
I'm curious what you all are like thinking and doing.
What does my situation at the gate look like? Like, I feel like if I leave,
You
it'll
were
get
at the
overrun.
point on the gate where if you felt like if you left and followed your team to the south, the people here could handle it. As long as that spell holds.
So I don't want to be pincered.
Yeah, you won't be.
I'm gonna
You would think
send-
that as long as that spell can hold, and as long as Budownik's Alfred can hold, you are fine.
What? I'm going to send a message to Voltaire telling him to join
What
us.
the fuck? How
Okay.
did you do that?
In Voltaire, you do get a message in your head that says to join you, to join Nazlith.
Weird.
As you are now watching Nazlith
call.
sprint off to the south towards the 2 larger enemies. in
Okay.
the
Is there any like townspeople down at the bottom there by the gate?
There's a group of them, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna just fucking leap down, and I'm just gonna growl at one of them. Somebody give me a fucking weapon.
Yeah, and you watch as one of them hands you a greatsword. Very easy.
And then I'm gonna just skedaddle off.
A very basic greatsword as you begin chasing the 2 over there. As you guys approach Budownik, by the time you reach Budownik, so does the Bultash army as they all pull up. You guys are now right in front of the statue. As you are like getting them to form a line and kind of get into a defensive position, you probably have about 10 seconds before the army of fiends hits you.
I will not stop. I will continue running. The line can form at a fucking phalanx or a flying V. I don't give a fuck.
Did you dash over?
But I will lead this charge into enemy territory as I swing my sword up through the first person that I can.
Perfect.
if
Roll an
I'm
attack.
available.
Yeah, roll an attack roll for me. The first person that you see.
25!
The first person that you see is going to be a creature that has what looks like 2 arms, 3 and 3 legs, and it's almost running on all 3 legs, like hobbly.
I will take out 2 as best I can, and then if I can swing around, cut its head off, and let out just a scream. It has no effect other than it sounds fucking cool, and just be like, "Ah!" Like as fucking just scream in the face of this stupid fucking mushroom chick that keeps haunting us.
Yeah, perfect.
And absolute.
And you begin attacking rather savagely this army. You 2 have the opportunity to either push forward or hold up the line. As you watch Budownik kind of take, he's probably only about 10 feet in front of the rest of the army as he initiates this
Did we
contact.
catch up to him?
You guys have about 2 more rounds before the
2 more?
gentleman and Lorelei is going to be his companion and make it up to you.
Damn
Wait, did we catch, how far away are we from Budownik?
10 feet.
Did
Me
you
too?
catch up to
Yeah.
him?
I mean, I said that you guys caught up to him as he kind of caught up to the
the allied forces and the enemy, almost simultaneously. They're
Are we
only
fighting
about
the
10 feet
Axis
apart.
powers?
I want to fight Italy.
Do I notice his bum ass sword?
You do.
I'm gonna reach into my bag, and I'm gonna say use this, and I'm gonna hand you a moon touch sword, long sword.
A moon touch longsword.
Yes.
What are you two doing while you're up in the tower? Just curious. Did you watch this? It's very clear you can watch your friends as they are almost like ants moving towards the south side of town, and it seems that this battle is now forming on the south side of town. As you guys, at the very base of the tower, are seeing Lorelei and Nincardo. They're probably about 600 feet out from you.
I am gonna go ahead and just touch the ground, start chanting, cut my hand, draw blood on the ground, having whirls of
Worlds of wind.
whirls of winds in my hand, and I'm gonna divine intervention.
Again, okay.
Again!
Oh my god, let's see if this works.
Okay.
You have the lucky feet.
Okay. I want you to bring back my weapon.
Okay, what's
Have you seen this hammer?
Priority number
I'm
one.
gonna roll a percentile dice. So is that this one? What is that?
Here you go.
Percentile is a
Like
D10
this.
and D100.
Okay, so both of these?
While she does her divine intervention, I'll go back to Voltaire and Nazlith real quick. What are you guys doing at the
I'm
moment?
going to take the sword from Nazlith and say, thank you, dearie, but this one actually is a little bit more my style.
And I'll
Thank you.
keep mine and put it
And
back.
I'll give it back to her.
Can we attack?
You can. If you were to step forward 5 feet, you would be able to attack the swarm that is coming.
Are they
I will-
human or undead?
These ones are a mix. You can't really tell who's undead, who's
That's
human.
actually, yeah.
The humanoids that are present, they're obviously not. They're obviously not the fungi people.
Yeah.
They are letting out these loud screams as they run into this city, like ear-pitching, blood-curdling humanoid screams as they
Okay.
enter the city.
Okay. So
You watched Voltaire or Budownik take out 2 of them with his attack, but he is currently getting ready to be swarmed by.
okay, I'm going to cast Sickening Radiance, and I'm going to put it. It's a 30-foot radius, so I want Budownik to be just outside of it. So
Okay.
anyone 30 feet, and then he's just outside of it.
Perfect.
It's concentration. So any creature that starts its turn there or moves there for the first time in its turn must save on a Constitution saving throw of 15 or take 4d10 radiant damage, suffer 1 level of exhaustion, and emit a dim greenish light
exhaustion
in
in
a 5-foot radius.
Get that exhaustion
Perfect.
in there.
And as you cast this, they rolled a 5.
Yes!
So you
Sorry.
just start dominating the shit
Exhaustion
out of all
is super
these people that
important.
are around Budownik. Budownik, as you take your first couple swings and you kill the first 2 creatures that come up to you, you will start noticing around you as they begin to fall just in front of you.
And a green light.
In a green, hazy light as Nazlith's power takes over. Voltaire.
no enemies.
I'm going to run up, and I'm going to go around the light towards the middle of the city and start attacking anyone who is.
Yeah, there's
beyond
going to
that
be
light.
two fiends that are running up to you. Just blood-curdling screams as you see a basically naked man and half-naked woman as they are screaming at you. It's hard to tell. Like, they just look like people, but they're obviously enemies.
I'm just gonna sit there and look at the sword in my hand and be like, this is some bullshit, and just get ready to fucking.
Yeah, take your attack swing on them as they run up to you.
Oh, hell.
Wow.
13.
13 for these creatures will hit,
Woo!
barely. As you take a swing, I'm going to say that you only get 1 of the 2 on that 13 since it just barely hits.
I do have 2
As
attacks.
The next one begins to claw, you take your next attack.
Actually, I have 3 attacks, technically. Technically?
Technically speaking.
That one is 20-something, 23.
Nice, that will destroy it. So with your second swing, as the next one goes to claw you, you manage to attack him and kill him very well.
You killed him very well.
You killed him very well.
Indeed.
So Budownik, you get 3 creatures that come upon you and begin clawing the living shit out of you.
Fuck them.
It's
I don't
going
care.
to
These
be
are my
a
people.
20, a 22, and a 16 to hit.
Would you believe if I told you that 0 of those hit?
No.
Well, I have an armor class of 23 right now, thanks
Okay.
to Amberly.
And my undead guy is with him by
And
now.
your undead guy's with him.
None of that
It
hits.
seems oddly that your undead guy, the fungal people seem to be attacking him. The other people don't. They seem to be only going after alive individuals.
So the undead don't see him
Right,
basically.
right. It seems to be very odd like that. Voltaire, you being out there as well, you're going to have 3 people attack you. It's going to be a 24, a 17, and a 10.
The 24 hits.
You are going to take 9 points of damage as these creatures begin to crawl all over you and rip you very slowly with their long ass nails. And you guys are beginning to get swarmed. At this point in time, Divine Twins,
Yep.
you watch as Nincardo and Lorelei, they're on the ground running towards you. They dimension door up to you as well.
Yeah.
He
Golly
rolled
gee
a
whiz.
nat 20 on getting to you, and I shortened your rounds by 4.
Thank you.
Um,
Golly gee whiz.
Nat 20!
So, as he makes his way up, you 4 are now standing there. Nincardo and Lorelei are kind of looking at you two. How do we replicate?
I throw my highest radiance on it, ultimately.
What spell are you choosing to use?
Didn't he want you to use Hollow again?
No.
I thought he said use what you just used.
Use what I just used?
At the gate. That caused all the light. That caused
Oh, yeah, that.
Hollow?
Mhm. Yeah, hollow. That's cool.
You would get the hint that he only needs a radiant light. So any kind of radiant light source that you can hold
We can both
to get this
cast.
army to go away.
Cool.
Right.
So me and Emberly are gonna hold hands, and we're both gonna guiding bolt at our highest level. It's Maggie magic.
And as you guys kind of say this out loud, you guys are kind of getting this thought process together. Lorelei agrees with you. She also has guiding bolts
Oh,
and will
excellent.
gladly
Hi, Lorelei.
guiding bolt with you guys. Nincardo, at this point in time, doesn't have much to add to this. So I'm going to need you two to roll your d20s for me.
Can I test guidance on them?
Does it have an attack? Is that an attack roll?
It's an attack roll.
Roll your attack roll on, and you're essentially attacking this tower with your light.
23.
23.
23.
You both got 23?
Whoa.
Oh wow, and they rolled a 15, which is what I set for it. So you guys, between the 3 of you, as chaos is ensuing
Fuck yes.
below, you are watching this army infiltrate the south side of this city. Baphomet and Zuxmoy just barely reach the gates. They are about to enter this city and take it for their own. There's a row of hobgoblins and humans and elves and half-elves down there trying to protect their city with Voltaire at a statue of what he would know as his great-grandfather,
Voltaire's great grandfather?
Budaunix.
Oh.
Great-grandfather.
Voltaire's got some weird language.
Yeah. There was a moment where you guys on the ground. We'll start with you guys up in the tower. As you guys throw your energy together, we'll say that Emberly, you cast yours first, and you hit this reflective beam. You notice that reflective beam has a magical property to it. You're not really sure what it is, but there is a magical property to this tower. Willow, as you throw yours at it, it begins to glow, but it doesn't leave the tower quite yet. And with Lorelei's last guiding bolt, all of you feel kind of a radiant energy you have not felt in your lives as you watch the top of the tower explode with white light. It showers the city with this light to a point where, as you kind of look around, anywhere this light is hitting or touching, it is frying the enemy. There's a couple shadows here and there where they're kind of like hiding down, and it seems like many of the townspeople are able to find those ones and kill them off.
But how long does that spell last? Just curious, because we're about to do a little homebrew.
It's in like an action. It's a one round.
Yeah. So as you throw that round, Nimcardo, as he sees this working, he's going to ask you to hold it, and hold it, and hold it. And he's just screaming at the top of his lungs, hold it.
Hold the door.
Hold the door. Hold the lights.
Hold light.
You guys on the ground, as you guys are now being like swarmed. Voltaire and Budownik, you both are literally fighting people off of you. There's going to be a certain point where you guys are just being overwhelmed by enemies. And that's going to be the point where this light breaks, and you guys just start to feel these enemies release from you. And as they release, they almost hit the ground and shrivel up and begin dying off. This spell's going to have to last a while to keep them at bay. I'm going to need you guys to roll strength checks at advantage for me. Just the Divine Twins.
I will continue
You
running
get
at
plus
any
one.
opportunity with bloodlust towards any enemy I can find.
With advantage?
Yes, with advantage. What'd you roll? Hey,
Go
your
ahead.
teammate might have just
Go ahead,
helped you.
Emily.
14.
8.
Well, I rolled a nat 20 back here for Lorelei.
Thank you, Lorelei!
Yeah,
Fucking
you guys
carry the team.
are-
I
Girl.
Dude, this is the most stressful fight I've ever been
You guys
in,
are going crazy. So as Lorelei manages to give you guys this energy, you guys watch as your bracers begin to light up with you guys. The armor on your body begins to light up with you guys. As the three of you are in this tower, creating this beacon, if you guys were to look up at this tower, it would be very noticeable, the three women that are standing in each column that is kind of open to view. You have successfully held this energy, and it's going to take about an hour for you to really kill off everything and hold this energy as Nimcardo runs down and finds the rest of you guys.
Shit!
Budownik is in a rage in front of this statue, just killing off all of the ones that are left in the shadows.
I actually want to start running towards them.
Voltaire is now running towards the tower, towards you guys. Nazlith, what are you doing right now? What's going through your mind?
What do I see in front of me?
It depends. What are you trying to look at? Are you looking at the battle? Or are you looking at like behind you where the light's coming from? What are you looking at?
What would have caught my attention, honestly? You know, like what would I even
It's so
notice?
much that we're gonna roll for it.
Yeah, there you go.
We're gonna say that the light behind you, as it sprays out in energy, is what's gonna catch your attention, and you start watching Voltaire sprint off in that direction. It seems like the majority of the town is beginning to kind of calm down and like, oh my god, we gotta like stay in defensive mode, but they are beginning to push the enemy out as the enemy is also disintegrating from the light in front of them. But you're mainly focused on the light at the moment.
Let's go one more time, baby.
Okay.
That 15-minute phallic reset.
I will make my way towards Voltaire, but if I see any enemies on my way, I'll hit them with chill touch.
Okay, easy enough. And we're gonna say that at the top of the tower where the Divine Twins are, you guys are expelling a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Your spell slots are just disappearing as
Null
the
and void,
clock
baby. Yeah,
ticks.
I would be okay with that.
I'm going to say that this goes on for the next 45 minutes to an hour.
How long does it
before
take
you
me to get
guys
up there?
You're going to be up there at that point. It's going to take you about 5 minutes to
When I get up there, I want to cast Blinding Smite on my sword, and I want to try to add like my radiant energy.
Nice. Okay, do that.
Would I be up there too?
Yeah, if you're following him up there, you can get up there. And as you guys get up there, what you see is once you climb this tower, the staircase opens up in the middle of this tower. The surrounding parts of the tower, it's a circle. It's got 3 pillars that are covered by a roof. That roof is where the
light is essentially shined into and brought back out. When you walk up there, there's going to be each Emberly, Willow, and Lorelei are each going to be occupying one of the windows that exits out. And you guys are now kind of in the middle of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what I can. I got blinding smite. I can do that 3 times, and
Yep.
it's concentration up to a minute.
Perfect. Roll a d20 for me.
I have sickening radiance, but I don't know how it would apply in here.
19.
19.
radiant
As you
It is.
cast your spell on your sword, and you kind of bring your sword up and hold it up to the light, you add plenty of light with it, as you feel that this energy source is much stronger than what you could have done by yourself. And as Voltaire gets up there, what should have taken about an hour, you feel another pulse of energy. Budownik, you even down on the ground fighting would feel this kind of rush through you as anything that's left within that town, within that light, has now died.
Are there any of
You are
the
watching.
demon lords around?
They are at this point fleeing. They're exiting. From you, they're probably 700 feet.
No chance.
From the rest of the group, really far.
I'm gonna take my sword out of a bit of rage, seeing there's nothing around, and just huck it in their direction and scream. And then
yeah.
start, I guess, mobilizing anyone around me to start forming a line.
Yes, and as you form your kind of defensive boundary downstairs, you guys have now increased your light output for the town. We are going to end there. We'll pick back up at the end of this battle, and we'll figure out.
My glaive is.
We'll figure out.
Locate object?
We'll figure out the
I
aftermath of
can't
this
get it.
battle.
Christopher.
But having a war, oh my god,
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
That was fucking dope.
I tried to make it as simple as possible. I'm like, all right,
Fucking
we're just gonna do
tense.
win round losses.
And fucking tense.
Yes.
You're lucky. I want to say, the chomp dice rolled a nat 20 for me, and I've left it there. And
Balls like dice! Balls like dice!
And that
Balls
was-
like dice!
And that was for the gentleman to go help you out.
Yes.
Thank
So I
you.
cut 4 rounds from your play for that. Otherwise, there would have been some damage done to the ones downstairs.
You know, if you shine some light on it, it'll glow a little.
Nice.
Ooh.
But yeah, that's where we'll pick up. Kind of an epic moment. We'll see what you guys have in store for you next week. Thank you for
I
coming
don't
and
know
watching.
next
and-
week.
Yeah. Oh yeah, maybe not next week. 2 weeks from now,
Matt,
we'll do
you're
episode
having a
10.
one shot.
But yeah, have a lovely night.
Have a good night.
Bye.